yourself. You've got to rest a while.
Anytime you like to roll over here, we'll make a trade.
I thought you didn't want to do this, Uncle Roy.
I was then. This is now.
You know, not all undercover work is done in evening clothes.
Easy for you to say. You're not out here rolling around turning your feet into hamburger.
I'd be a happy man if it were my feet being pounded into hamburger.
Can the chatter and keep your eyes open. We're not following an unfaithful wife. This is official police business.
Aware of this, Hoyt. Since we're the ones out here with our butts on the line as a favor, I'd appreciate it if you'd lighten up a little bit.
Well, you're not me, and you're not the ones who are putting your career on the line trying to catch a crooked police captain.
Houston, behind you. Boy, got our man inside.
Good. Now be careful. Don't let him know it's been made.
Relax, Michael. We know how to handle surveillance.
CJ, why don't you go this way?
We've got company.
Michael, it's going down now.
I'll take the guy with the bag.
All units move in.
Not a good idea. Over 10 pounds of cocaine in those two bags. Both bags have police evidence tags on them.
They should be. They were taken from the precinct property room. Take them away.
Where is Captain Harris?
I thought he was the whole point to all this.
It still is.
Well, then where the hell is he?
I don't know. I wasn't positive that he'd make the actual drop. It was a calculated risk.
A calculated risk with our lives. Look, we didn't volunteer just to catch a couple of cheap hoods.
I know, but this cocaine was headed for Victor Burchard. Now, if he thinks it's still going to be delivered, then he's got to make a payment to Harris. And that's when we can nail the good captain.
Bouchard is the biggest connection on the West Coast.
And our police property room was his main source of supply. That's why it's so necessary to shut the captain down.
Lots of luck.
Houston, I'm going to need your help on this all the way to the end. I can't stand the risk on him recognizing one of my men.
What if he recognizes me?
That's doubtful. You've never made contact with him. Please? You can owe me one.
You'll owe him 2.
3.
You got it. All right. All we have to do now is figure out when and where the payment's to be made.
That's easy. The gentle art of persuasion.
I don't get it. What's with all this food and champagne?
It's traditional, Tony. Your last supper.
As in, a condemned man is entitled to die on a full stomach. This is Chateau Pierre. Vintage 62 is a very good year.
You guys are crazy. It's no capital offense dealing in coke.
Oh, we're not going to execute you, Tony. They are.
They. Who's they?
Your business associates. As soon as we let them know that you snitched.
Hey. Wait a minute. You wouldn't. My life wouldn't be worth a plug nickel you put my name out on the street.
Then talk.
Bottom of the 9th, my friend. When and where?
Bouchard is supposed to give the money to Harris tonight at the Golden Rail restaurant. I'm supposed to call Harris and let him know everything's okay.
What time?
8 o'clock.
It's less than 2 hours.
Well, Tony wasted a lot of our time stonewalling. Hey, you're sure that Bouchard believes the delivery went down as planned?
It did go down as planned. The cocaine we confiscated at the beach was dropped off by 2 of my men this afternoon. Small enough price to nail Harris. I haven't got enough time to wire the place. Houston, I need witnesses to the payoff.
Why don't you just take old Tony down to internal affairs, let them handle it.
The word of a 2-bit hood like Tony against the integrity of a police captain like Harris. Decoration for valor. To prove he's gone bad, we gotta catch him in the act.
You make the call.
Yeah? Harris. Everything went off without a hitch.
Excellent.
Yes?
I trust you received delivery of the merchandise.
Everything went fine. Very reliable as usual.
Good. Because the price of reliability just went up. It's now $250,000.
That's almost twice of what we agreed upon.
Yeah, well, I've got my retirement to think about. Cost of living being what it is.
Why didn't you tell me the price had gone up yesterday?
Because I didn't want to give you a chance to change your mind.
Greed rears its ugly head. Chop it off tonight. 8 o'clock, the Golden Rail.
My pleasure.
Enjoy it.
Fui esquiando en el Rio Amazonas.
Your Spanish is very good.
Gracias. The company I worked for used to do a lot of work in Central and South America.
My family's from Guatemala. I'll be going back as soon as I finish school. Should I get you some refills?
No, thanks, we're fine.
Okay.
I don't care if Hoyt is in the kitchen and reinforcements are a block away. I still feel like a sitting duck.
We've never seen Captain Harris before. He's probably never seen us. It's absolutely no problem.
You really believe that?
No.
Everything all right?
Just fine, thank you.
That's fine.
I wish I knew where CJ was.
Happy anniversary, Ethel.
Thank you.
All right, everybody stay right where you are. Shut up.
I'm a police officer. This man has just killed the cook and locked the rest of the help in the freezer. Do exactly as he says.
I want all the men over at the bar right now. Come on. Keep your hands where I can see them. Now move, you two, come on.
Looks like Bouchard's got a different payment plan for Captain Harris.
Come on, get over there. Come on, move it.
Look, if it's money you want, I
want cooperation, that's all. Just cooperation, no questions. Make it easy for me, I make it easy for you, okay? All right, go back to your table. Hey, hey! All right, everybody, put your hands up on the bar right now. Go back to your table. No. On the bar, on the bar. All right, go back to your table. All right. Hey, you, big boy. Come on, spread him. Come on, you see how it's done on TV. What'd you plan on doing? Skipping out before you paid your bill or what? What do you go around spying on guys who are making love to other people's wives or what?
That's the best part.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Go ahead, go back to your table. Go ahead. What is this, a convention?
Runs in the family. I'm his uncle.
Go sit down, Uncle. Easy. All right, get out of here, play. Get up! I told you. All I wanted was cooperation. Now I'm gonna have to show you how important it is that you listen to me.
Man needs an ambulance now.
No ambulance, no doctors, no nothing.
Look, he has got a stomach wound. If he doesn't bleed to death, peritonitis is gonna kill him.
All right, drag him behind the bar. Come on, you, clean this mess up.
What are you gonna do, just let him die back there?
Do you want me to operate on him? All right, now listen to me, everybody. I got a job to do here. Anybody gets in my way, you're gonna wind up on the floor next to him. Now take it easy. I'll be out of here by 8 o'clock. And nobody else gets hurt. Come on, move him.
Take it easy, old friend, all right?
It burns, Houston. It really hurts.
You just hang on.
What are you doing here? is the citizen standing here?
Lieutenant, it's just Houston. Why don't you lighten up, Hoyt?
Sir, I will get to you in a minute. These records are for departmental use only unless authorized by my office. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What's the matter, Hoyt? Did your mother get scared by a drill sergeant?
Mother joke, son. State your purpose, Houston. Business or personal? If it's personal, sit down and have a cup of coffee. If it's business, hit the door.
Listen, I'm curious. What is it you have against me?
Against you? Nothing. Against private investigators, everything. I hate amateurs. Some people hate spiders. Some people hate snakes. I hate amateurs.
See you around.
Not so fast.
Hoyt, I've got a lot of friends down here that are cops. I'd sure hate for one of them to have to arrest me for striking an officer. Now, why don't you take your hand off me? Thank you.
All right, that's enough of the sympathy act back there. Bring it out front.
I'm not going to stand around and watch this man die.
I said back to your table, now.
No.
I said now.
This man needs my help.
Are you dense? Do you want to die on the floor with him?
Look, if I get half a chance, I am going to take you out. So maybe I am better off out of the way. Come on, shoot me, huh?
Go on, take a chance, huh? Go on, get me out of the way.
Why are you asking for this, huh? Why are you pushing me? What is this? Wait a minute. The three of you are in this together, aren't you? To protect Harris, is that it?
My uncle and I don't know anybody named Harrison. I've never seen this cop before in my life.
Sure. Come on. Back to your table, big boy. Come on.
Do what the man says. Sit down before you get us all killed.
That's good advice. Use it. Because now I know. The three of you are in this together. You, the cop, your uncle, huh? All together. To protect Harris. And you got it all worked out, haven't you? If you're not at the table with your uncle, then Harris will know something's wrong and he won't come in here. Isn't that it, huh? Huh, big boy? That's what I thought. Come on. Back to your table. Come on. Back to your table or I kill this lady here.
No!
All right.
You took a hell of a chance. You might have been killed. I had to do something. Let him know that he needed to keep us around, alive. CJ.
Hi, sorry I'm late. Listen, you're not gonna believe this. I picked the car up at the garage because it goes 5 blocks and it quits. I go back to the garage and it's closed. It took me forever to get a cab. Anyway, here I am.
You may wish it had taken longer. Now just stay cool and you won't get hurt.
He's not kidding. Look behind the bar.
Hey. Just stay right where you are. There's a cop behind the bar bleeding to death. That's all you need to know. Now sit down and be quiet.
Por favor, traiga un vaso grande de agua con hielo.
What'd he say to you?
Look, he doesn't speak any English. I just asked him for a glass of water.
It's a good idea. Drinks for everybody. No alcohol. No false courage in my guests here.
Gracias.
Do you see the man sitting over there?
Yes.
I work for him. I know he's got a plan to get us out of here.
Well, I'll help if I can, but I don't know what to do.
Well, he'll get us assigned somehow.
What would you like to drink?
Well, I could use a triple anything, but I'll settle for a Virgin Mary.
Same.
There's 30 minutes left before before Harris gets here. I've got to make a move.
Careful. I don't think this madman would mind killing everybody in the room.
He's planning to. I mean, once he kills Harris, he got no reason to keep us around.
That's far enough. What do you want?
I just want to check on my friend.
Your friend's doing fine. He's dying. Now sit down.
All right, turn him loose, or I'll kill everybody in this place, starting with your lady friend here.
I'm gonna kill you. No. First I kill Harris. And then I kill you.
Sit right here.
Thanks for the help.
She works for him.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Next time, I pick the restaurant.
The man needs my help.
Who doesn't?
Oh, he is in pain.
Well, let me put him out of his misery. No! Then leave it be!
Stupid Private Eye's gonna get us all killed. I just wish to hell he'd shut up and do as he's told.
Good grief, Freddy's just trying to help us.
I don't need his help. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
I got some good news. Your friend stopped bleeding. Looks like he stopped breathing, too. No. Stay put. How many times do I have to tell you? You, come over here. Take a look. Come on.
Go ahead. His pulse is barely there, but I can still feel it. He's dying. We have to do something.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna kill a cop named Harris in just about 20 minutes. When I'm through with that, you can do whatever you want with this one. For now, get back on your stool.
I'm not leaving.
Next time you get hurt. All right, now listen, everybody. No more heroics. Let me do my job. Nobody else gets hurt. All right. Now, I want everybody to just act normal.
Are you serious? No one gets hurt?
What do you think? The minute Harris walks in, I nail him. It's when you open up on everybody else.
Matt's gonna be all right. I'm sorry about you,
No. All my life I've been an outsider. Black. You folks got us outnumbered 9-1. It's not bad. Proud to be black. But you can see what I mean about being an outsider. Alone. That wasn't bad enough. My folks didn't have sense enough to be poor. Father was an architect. Grew up right in the middle of a white neighborhood. Not even a Baptist. Mom was a Catholic. Who ever heard of a black kid being an altar boy? Oh, God, she was just a little girl. Why would anybody want to hurt her?
Someplace else.
Why? The food on this menu looks out of this world.
So do the prices.
It's okay. I don't mind spending the money.
I don't know, Neil. This place feels strange.
Look, you kids don't want to eat here. The food's lousy, the service is worse. Try someplace else, would you?
I take my girl where I want.
I think we should go, Neil.
I think you should stay, Neil. There's a nice table right over there. Use it. Do as you're told, and you won't get hurt.
Do what the man says, son.
You heard the man? He makes a lot of sense, my young friends.
Tráigame otro vaso de agua. Por favor.
What did he say to you?
Just a glass of water. What's the Spanish phrase for break the mirror?
Quiebra el espejo. What you thinking, boy?
He doesn't know any Spanish. Necesitamos ayuda. Cuando le hago la seña.
Quiebre el espejo y mi tío va por ayuda.
Come on. Break up the conference. Sit down. And no more Spanish.
What did he say? I'm not sure. But he wasn't giving him help because I know how that's done in Spanish, and that wasn't it.
He's gonna get us killed for sure. He just told the waiter to create some kind of diversion so his uncle could sneak out and get help.
He's trying to sneak out. Hold it, Uncle! You'll never make it, Uncle.
Trying to get away.
All right, sit down. Sit down, Uncle, sit down. You too, Tarzan. Come on, back to your stool. Now listen to me, everybody. Just take it easy. And nobody's gonna get hurt. Sit down, kids.
What's the matter with you? He was trying to save our lives.
Look, if that old guy had gotten out, they would have killed some of us.
What do you think they're gonna do after they kill Captain Harris, huh? Pass out tickets to Disneyland, thank us, and let us all go home?
You'll see. You'll all be thanking me.
Well, I'll tell you what, friend, about 8 minutes we'll all be dead. Including you. He's not gonna leave any witnesses.
Shut up. Now don't listen to him. I gave you my word, didn't I? Now just cooperate with me and nobody gets hurt.
See? I was right. I know what I'm doing.
So do I. Good for you, honey. He had it coming.
Shut up. You're getting on my nerves too, pal. You don't look so good. Well, don't worry about it. It'll all be over very soon.
Why don't you guys get some coffee?
Thank you, Tim.
How's CJ?
She's out of surgery. Doctor stopped the bleeding, so she'll be just fine.
Thank God. The building where you were being held, where you say the files were that could prove you were being framed, big surprise. 4-alarm fire. Level the place.
No, I left Andrea in there.
I'd say the only chance you had now would be to find those 3 tapes the dead girl had. The ones she died for, rather than give up.
She got family in Texas. They might know something. As you can see, I'm a prisoner.
prisoner being held for murder. That's why it'll be so unforgivable. That's why the reprimand that I receive will be so severe. Imagine a police lieutenant with my years of experience allowing a prisoner like you to escape. Like I always said, you lousy PIs are like lightning rods. You're always drawing trouble.
Take a look at how they're positioned.
It's not hard to see what they got planned. He's covering the door. She's covering us.
As soon as Harris steps far enough inside that door so he can't be seen from the street, they're gonna blast him.
Well, she takes care of all the witnesses inside. Us.
Not if we create a little diversion the minute Harris steps through the door.
This table does need clearing.
Just relax, Captain Harris. I'm trying to save your life.
How do you know who I am? And that I'd be here?
Look, Lieutenant Hoyt is behind the bar, and he needs an ambulance bad.
Hoyt? What in the hell is he doing here? Hoyt knew about the payoff.
Hold it! You can't leave now. You got reservations.
Get those people out of the freezer now.
I'll call an ambulance.
It's not going to be long now.
Thanks, Roy. To good and faithful friends.
To you.
I'm lucky to be alive.
After what went on in that restaurant, we're all lucky to be alive.
Hadn't been for that nephew of yours. That is a very special man.
And then some.
You know, Roy, Houston and I have had our differences in the past. But in the hospital, I had a lot of time to think. All the arguing, bickering, disagreements, all in the past. From now on, I cooperate to a new era.
Good evening, gents. What's this?
Looks like a drink. Tastes like a drink.
What are you doing?
Drinking it. I'm over 21.
You're also recovering from a gunshot wound in the stomach.
Don't mother me, P.I.
Not to mention your ulcer. Give me that.
Give it back! Cooperation. Hey, that's your trouble, you. Give it to me. Will you give me my drink back? That's your trouble. See, that's...
Torture. No pain, no gain. Listen, I'm thinking of taking a whirlpool. Want to join me?
Can't. I'm getting a massage in 10 minutes.
From Hank?
Yeah.
Ooh, lucky you.
Hey, pal. There's been an accident in the gym. I need your help.
Who had the accident?
You did.
You're not Hank.
Hank couldn't make it tonight. I'm here to do you instead.
Wait, maybe I should reschedule.
Why bother? You're here already, Miss Nichols.
Mary.
Yes, Mary. Oh, my. So tense, Mary. You know, too much tension isn't good.
I do need to relax more.
That can be arranged. Permanently. Now it's time for me to relax and wait for the morning headlines. I don't believe it.
What's that?
Well, there's a story in here about some poor girl who gets strangled in the health club. This newspaper buries it on page 9. I thought this would be more front page stuff.
You know how many people get murdered in the city every year? You gotta do more than die these days to make the front page. You gotta be famous. See? Like this guy. It's hotshots like him get all the press.
Test case you pulled out of your sleeve really saved us.
What test case? Hoyt had us dead to rights. When all else fails, remember the first rule of jurisprudence. When in doubt, fake it.
Hi.
Hello, Elizabeth.
I think it's time for lunch.
I think I'll go with you. Oh, Chris,
That's okay. I already ate.
I'll buy you dessert.
I've always hated surprises. Till now.
Sometimes you have to do things on the spur of the moment before the moment gets away from you.
What kind of moment are we talking about?
Okay. Miss Gay and Miss Chapman, I'm just trying to prove a point. You left your front door open. Jim Jordan, Invincible Alarm Systems.
I've got a neighborhood patrol service. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, sure. I know. They come around once or twice a day. What about the alarms on your window or your doors? Are they concerned about your personal protection?
Now, what would I need protection from?
People like me.
You were right.
About what?
That I'd know when to come back.
Been through a lot. Drugged, brainwashed, and thinking that you'd murdered somebody.
Well, I wasn't brainwashed into believing that I loved you.
It saved your life, Elizabeth. Some people confuse gratitude with love.
Not me. I was so sure I even proposed.
I wanted to say yes when you proposed to me. But it wouldn't have been fair. I had to make sure that it's what you really wanted.
Now?
I'm sure. I very much want to marry you. Just hope you know what you're getting.
A man that I love very much. A man that I want to grow old with.
A man who might not grow very old because of the line of work he's in.
No one says that you have to be a private investigator, Matt.
Something inside me tells me that I have to, Elizabeth.
Is there room in there for a job in me, too?
Right now, it's all yours. Oh, boy. Excuse me. Houston.
Glad to catch you in. I hope I didn't interrupt anything important.
Well, as a matter of fact,
You and I, we have a lot of work to do together.
who is this?
Oh, name's not important. I want you to think of me as your new best buddy.
Best buddy? Yeah, look, do I know you?
No, but you so will. Yeah, you're gonna make me famous. You know what? We're gonna make history together.
Right. Well, why don't you get started without me, pal?
I already have. Well, what's the sense of committing a murder if no one wants to hear about it? I thought that would get your attention.
If this is a practical joke, it's not very funny.
And Chapman isn't laughing either. In fact, her remains are currently on display in a kitchen at 1627 Evergreen Circle.
Finding these on dead bodies is becoming a bad habit. Second one in 2 days. Woman strangled to death while getting a massage at a health club. Found one of these on the body. Seems like your friend's leaving it as a calling card.
He's not my friend.
You said he called you his best buddy.
I am telling you, I don't know who he is.
Then why did he call you on the phone and tell you about a murder he just committed?
Believe me, if I knew who it was, I would tell you.
Well, we got 2 dead bodies with no apparent connection, except for a piece of playing card. Next time your buddy calls, you ask him what the hell it means. Better yet, have him make contact with me directly. Save me the trouble of dealing with you.
Doesn't seem to me like you've been leveling with us.
Who are you?
Ken Johnson, stringer for the Tribune.
You get your statement at the press conference in the morning.
Will it also include the fact that Mr. Houston here has been in touch with the killer?
That's off the record.
Not anymore, it isn't. Tell me, Mr. Houston, exactly what is your involvement with this case?
I'm beginning to wonder about that myself. Excuse me, please.
Perhaps I'll be around and we'll find out.
To the obviously very happy couple.
May you always remain so.
I'll drink to that.
Anything wrong?
No.
You wouldn't be jealous by any chance?
Roy, don't be silly. You know me better than that. Houston Investigations.
Matt Houston, please. Tell him his buddy is calling.
Just a moment. Houston, telephone. Something about your buddy.
What do you want?
Well, I just called to say thanks. I told you we'd make history together. Did you see this morning's paper? I'm famous.
Look, you can't be famous without a name.
That would be too easy. No. 2 down, 3 to go. Then everybody will know my name. I left you clues.
The pieces of the playing cards, what do they mean?
I can't tell you, Houston. It would ruin all the fun.
Look, why are you doing this?
I told you, Houston. With your help, I'm going to become the world's most famous murderer. Be talking to you, buddy.
Well, whoever this guy is, he seems to have grown quite attached to you.
Like a bad rash that won't go away.
And you are going to keep right on scratching. You are going to be there for him, my friend. You're going to take his phone calls, play along with him. My men will be watching and listening in every step of the way. for as long as it takes.
Wait, I'm in the middle of planning a wedding.
You're also in the middle of a murder investigation. Now look, Houston. No one forced you to be a hotshot PI, or Elizabeth to marry one.
Such a romantic. Thank you for being so understanding.
Well, it's your job. I don't have much choice.
Then you really don't mind?
Well, I must confess that having dinner with two plainclothes policemen breathing down my neck is not exactly my idea of a romantic evening.
Well, I'll tell you what. It just so happens that I have a very romantic dessert planned.
Pretty sweet.
Non-caloric, too.
Yeah.
I want you to just step inside, ma'am, and I'll have room service bring you full order.
Telling you, Roy, if there's any connection between those two girls that eluded us, we checked everything. Common friends, the schools they went to, the kind of car they drive, right down to where they get their hair.
All the same, Michael, there's something about those two names that bothers me.
Well, I hope it comes to you before there's a third.
I thought that we ought to cover this place as well as the office. I came down to see that they didn't disturb things too much.
I think they already have.
Eilish. Mr. Booth. Nice to see you again. How long has it been since you left that little theater group? 3, 4 years?
5. 5 years.
I can't believe it. What'd you do? Get yourself an honest job?
Are you kidding? Acting's my life. Oh, I had a long run up north, a regional theater group. One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Hey, great. Well, what can I do for you today?
Oh, I'd like to see a bellman's uniform. A green with some gold piping. Something upper class. Ritzy, you know what I mean?
Got just a ticket.
Oh, Eilish. Do you mind if I use your phone?
No, go right ahead. It'll take me a couple of minutes to pull all the stuff.
Great. I gotta call a buddy.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
It's room service you ordered last night and never got.
Yeah, well, you just set it down on the bed, boy. I want to be alone.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That's your continental breakfast. This here is your American plan, complete with heavy groveling and supplication. Apologize for my other house guests.
Well, I don't know whether I accept your apology. How about a little bit more of that groveling? Or was that supplication?
I can't remember.
Look, why don't you and I get on my boat, and we'll repel all the borders and sail to a tropical island.
Hawaii?
No, Catalina. I know a secluded cove over there where nobody can find us. We'll disconnect the radio and have a very romantic...
Houston! Answer it.
Hello.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Yes, you are.
I thought I'd be disturbing you even more if I didn't tell you about victim number 3.
I'm listening.
You'll find her at 510 Beckett Lane. I might even wait for you, buddy.
We'll handle it, Houston. You go ahead and take your cruise. Roy and I ride down there and make sure your buddy's well taken care of. Relax, my friend. You earned it.
Catalina in about 2 hours. That'll put us there at just about sunset, just in time for cocktails. Houston.
I'm glad you didn't follow your police friends, buddy. They seem to be a bit confused. Seems they've come to the wrong address. But I've saved the real one for you. Now, if you hurry, you may be able to save the life of victim number 3. A lady named Liz Stride works at the Westlake Plaza Hotel. Oh, but not for long.
Elizabeth, he sent the police to the wrong place. I've got to try and stop him. Meet me at my office, all right?
I don't know if I can.
I want the Jackson table to have 12 chairs, impeccable service. Table number 3. Do you understand that? Thank you so much.
Miss Stride, there's a man down the lobby complaining he's been overcharged for room service.
Lead the way.
Okay.
Are you new here?
Oh, no, Pete, he has the flu, so I'm filling in for him today. Miss Stride, I really envy you. Making your living, helping people out, trying to solve their problems and all.
There's one problem with my job. Where do I go to get my problem solved?
Your problems? Maybe I can help. No, I'm serious. Try me.
Okay. I need a good, long rest.
I think that can be arranged.
Thank you. Can use it.
Is Elizabeth here?
She was. She left something for you.
Dearest Matt, I'm sorry I didn't wait for you, but I need some time alone. I love you, but I know I have to share you with your work, and I'm just not sure I can. Does love always hurt this much? Elizabeth.
Care to talk about it? Houston, this is me you're not talking to.
I don't know, CJ. Is seems like I'm getting all my priorities mixed up. And as a result, I'm losing Elizabeth.
I think I know how you feel.
What are you talking about?
Houston, please don't take this the wrong way. Because I really couldn't be happier for you. It's not true. I could be. But... Listen, Elizabeth is a lovely girl, and I like her a lot. It's just that I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm a little bit jealous.
The same way I will be jealous the day you walk down the aisle.
You and Roy and I have been a team for a long time. I think the thing that's scary to me is that it's all going to change now.
CJ, what we have, we'll always have. And if things do change, it'll be for the better, I promise you that. Come on.
Okay, Mike. Thank you. Well, looks like we're closing in on our killer. Hoyt's lab boys have finally been able to piece together that playing card. Jack of Hearts.
That means we're closer?
At least we know what he's calling himself. Jack?
Houston.
In case you hadn't noticed, we made front page again, buddy. But I must admit, they're saying nasty things about you.
Look, I am gonna bust you.
You're running out of time. There's only 2 to go.
I know what you look like now.
Yeah, but you still don't know who I am.
We're getting closer all the time. Jack.
So you are. Well, I guess you don't need my help anymore. And here I was going to tell you who the next victim was going to be. But, hey, you should be able to figure that out by now, huh?
Why don't you just come after me?
Because you're not on my list. Now, you better hurry. She gets off work in a couple of hours. Then there'll only be 1 to go.
Wasn't on the phone long enough to get a trace.
I don't think we're going to need it. I think I know exactly who our killer is. The only trouble is, Hoyt's never going to believe it.
Jack the Ripper? Not the real Jack the Ripper, just a very clever copycat.
World's most famous murderer got that way by taunting the police with his crimes. He used to write him letters signed Jack.
Only this guy leaves pieces of the Jack from a deck of playing cards to identify himself.
Still sounds a bit far-fetched.
That's because you haven't heard it all.
And this maniac keeps calling me up on the phone and telling me he's going to kill 5 women, then he's through.
The Ripper killed 5 women. Names of his first 3 victims were Mary Kelly, Ann Chapman, and Liz Stride.
Killing girls with the same name.
And in the same order. That's why he told us we could figure out who his next victim was going to be.
What is the 4th girl's name?
Catherine Eddowes.
CJ is working with Baby right now to find out if there really is Catherine Eddowes in Los Angeles.
And if there is, let's hope that we find her before he does.
Oh, thanks, Catherine. You know, like I was telling you, that's some great big smile you've got.
Do you really think I've got what it takes to be a model?
Oh, absolutely.
Seriously?
Would I lie to you? When you get off work, I got a studio just a couple of blocks from here. Let's say we pop over and let my partners take a look at you.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know you.
What's to know? You can call me Jack.
We'll be right down. This had better be the right girl.
CJ said Baby could only dig up 2 Catherines with last names anything like Eddowes. One of them lives at a retirement home in the valley.
The other one works as a waitress at a place called the Rusty Nail.
Then he could still be going after the old lady.
Except when the killer called me, he told me his next victim would be getting off work in a couple of hours. People who live in retirement homes don't work.
Let's move it, Houston.
In a minute, Hoyt.
Houston! This is no time for a date.
I said in a minute.
Bad timing, huh?
Seems like the story of our life. Huh? How'd you know where to find me?
CJ told me. Matt, I've had some time to think. And what you said about having enough room in your life for your job and a wife,
There is.
I'm not sure about that. Look at us now. You're so wrapped up in this case, you don't even have time to sleep, let alone have any time for another person in your life.
This is all gonna be better when it's over, I promise you.
Don't make promises you can't keep. Your job is all-encompassing. If you continue it, this will just happen again and again.
Houston!
Don't ask me to choose right now, please. I can't.
Me, a model? Oh, I just can't believe it. Do you go out and find strange women like this very often?
No, not really. Actually, I can only recall 3 other times. It's only a shortcut. So.
Get an ambulance.
It's done.
Yeah, well, at least the telephone pole didn't fall on it, you know?
Perhaps you should think about taking a bus the next time.
I'm fine, really.
Next time? There might be no next time.
Right.
Oh, we ID'd your buddy Jack.
His real name is Adam Booth, a former actor. A diagnosed schizophrenic. Had trouble separating the parts he played from reality.
Got him 5 years in a mental institution. Somebody made the mistake of judging him sane. They released him 2 months ago.
His parting words were he had finally found a role that was going to make him the world's most famous actor.
Jack the Ripper.
Looks like he's taking his final curtain call. Doctors say he's in a coma.
Probably for the best. He's already wrecked enough lives.
Physician, heal thyself.
Hello, Matt. Or goodbye.
Going somewhere?
Away. You made your choice. I'm making mine.
We caught the killer, Elizabeth. It's all over.
Until the next time. I can't squeeze my life in between your cases, Matt. I tried and I just can't.
Neither can I. That's why I'm quitting. For good.
I don't want you to do that. Not just for me.
It's for me, too. For both of us. You mean more to me than anything in my life. I need you.
I need you.
Look, let's just get the whole thing settled right now, this afternoon. We'll get married. I know it's your...
Wait a second. What about the wedding plans, the invitations?
Well, forget about all that. The important people are going to be there.
You don't waste any time, do you?
Wasted too much time already.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to join this man and this woman in holy wedlock. If any man can show just cause why this couple should not lawfully be joined together, let him speak now or forever hold his peace.
I think that's my cue. Nice to see you, buddy. Too bad you kept me from killing that Catherine Eddowes. Because now, I'm gonna have to kill someone else.
No!
Perhaps you're right. Kidnapping her. It'll make front page for sure. Who knows, it might even be better than another murder.
Look, this is between you and me. Let her go.
You ruined my plan, Houston. I want to return the favor. You know, my phone calls used to bug you, buddy. Well, now I think you'll be just begging to hear from me.
Is it over already?
It is for you.
It's a gorgeous evening.
We're avoiding talking about...
And we have been. Ever since our almost wedding.
We thought the problem was that I couldn't separate my job and my life.
Matt, your job is your life.
I wanted both. I really did. And when we tried it, you almost died because of it, and I can't take that chance again.
I know. Walking away from you is the hardest thing I've ever done.
God, I love you.
We're here with people from all over the world, celebrities, movie stars, business people. All here for the christening of the largest supertanker ever launched here in the United States, and it's one of quite an innovative design, too. And all here waiting for the man who made all of this possible, international billionaire Niccolo Gambaccini. Some of the guests are arriving now. Ah, it's Karen Ann Douglas, the queen of American popular music, with her daughter Jennifer. Karen Ann, can you talk with us for just a moment?
Hi, how are you?
I'm just fine, thank you. I'm wondering, I just heard that your latest album went platinum in just a couple of weeks. Anything to say about that?
Well, I'm very happy about it, and I'm so glad that everyone likes it.
Just one more question. Your name's been linked romantically with that of Mr. Gambaccini for many years now. Is there any truth to that?
What kind of question is that to ask?
You people go around groping for interviews, and you ask us something stupid like that. Now get that mic out of my face before I shove it in your mouth.
That was Cody Wall, Karen Ann Douglas's agent, attorney, and goodwill ambassador. This looks like Mr. Gambaccini arriving right now. And I believe that's his daughter Serena with him. It looks as though they're having one of their internationally famous arguments right here on live television. Excuse me, Signorina Gambaccini, could I talk to you for just one moment?
Yes. Stai zitta, la gente guarda.
Please, just one quick question.
Not now, sorry.
Morning. Say goodbye.
I'll see you in hell.
Oh, dear. One of their internationally famous arguments. I wonder who this is. Excuse me, sir. Could you tell us who you are?
Nobody, man. Wildcat Callahan's name. I got $10 million invested in that big sucker. I want to see if she floats.
Oh, well, that was Wildcat Callahan. And looks like we're about to start.
Oh, my dear.
Volevo usare l'annata della sua nascita. You knew that, didn't you? Foolish games you play with me.
I'm warning you, Houston. Gutbuster don't want to be rode.
There's no way. Fact is, I'd just as soon forget the bet. That's the truth.
Me too, just out of sheer human kindness.
Yeah, well, Bo, the last kind thing you ever did was run away from home. Now, I know what you fellas are doing. You're trying to get me to bump the bet from $5 to $10.
Kick the bet, me? You think I'm trying to do that?
Well, of course that's what you're doing, and you too.
I'm not that kind of person no more. Don't you know I've been born again?
But the trouble with you being born again, Lamar, is you came back as you. Yeah, let's take a look at this horse. So in other words, even though you're not trying to do it, it'd be perfectly all right if we did kick that bet from $5 to $10.
You're on.
Yeah, uh-huh.
You want to know who I am? I'm C.J. Parsons. That's me in the pickup. My place is about 5 miles down the road from Houston's. Actually, I've known Houston most of my life, or so it seems. But more about that later.
Houston, I gotta talk to you.
Tell me about it later, CJ. I'm about to ride me a horse.
You gonna put your body on that?
Well, that's my plan.
What's the bet? I'll take half.
How little faith y'all have in me, you know? I mean, I got away with animals.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Turn him out.
Houston, you all right?
That is a mean horse. CJ, next time you got something to tell me, please don't take no for an answer.
Hey, if you want to go for 15, the horse is willing.
Smile good, buddy.
CJ, the first sign of insanity is a laughing loser. Oh.
Did that hurt?
No. No.
He's gonna get us for this.
Yeah, I know.
Houston was all city, all state, all everything when he was a kid. He quarterbacked Rice in the Cotton Bowl the year they beat SMU by throwing a 60-yard touchdown bomb in the last 6 seconds. And then he really stuck it to him by running the ball in himself for the conversion. Houston's a Texan through and through, and most of his friends and business associates are Texans, including me. About the only time I can remember not being around was when I went up to Harvard Law School. But then I came back, paid my dues in his conglomerate for a while, and ended up pretty much helping him to run his empire. And it's an empire that might never have existed, except for the fact that he had a little problem with his daddy. Something about wanting to make it on his own. So, he packed up and left the Lone Star State and came to the State of the Stars. Runs his empire from a penthouse office that sits on top of a building he built in downtown Los Angeles. The business includes everything from diamond mines to soybean futures, a couple of little oil companies here and there, and one more. One of the businesses Houston is in is private investigation. Actually, it's not so much a business as it is a hobby. And like everything else in the world that Houston does, like the fortune cookie says, he does his hobby very, very well. Oh, Houston, by the way, while you were climbing that dumb mountain, somebody killed Niccolo Gambaccini.
Kill?
And killed is polite, murder is more accurate.
Well, when and how?
Well, down at the shipyard, somebody put a couple of ounces of nitroglycerin in his champagne.
Well, I barely knew the man.
How well did you know the daughter?
Well, I owned a few shares once.
That well, huh?
Look, CJ, we shared a couple kisses, but it was certainly nothing to tell your mama about.
Well, now, Houston, if you and I shared a couple of kisses, I can guarantee I'd never tell my mama about it. I'd tell a few of my best friends, but never my mama.
Look, CJ, I want you to drop everything and get me one of those mechanical bucking Broncos, and I want it here in a couple hours. Well, I'm out $10 and I want it back.
Houston, you want to spend a couple of thousand on a mechanical horse to make back $10?
That's the principle of the thing, CJ. Have them put it right here.
Okay, Houston, but meanwhile, before I do that, you've got another problem. The front office called this morning, and Ms. Gambaccini is upstairs with her fuse lit. Now, she's been there for hours, and she's not going to leave until she talks to you. You better cock your pistols.
Don't you worry about a thing, darling, because I'm going to be my own sweet Texas self, and I'm going to charm the socks off her. If that doesn't work, I'll think something else. I mean, think about it, CJ. The poor girl's probably in a state of shock. I mean, she's probably been crying all night.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
I'm leaving, that's it.
Would you like some coffee?
No, nothing. No, nothing. I'm leaving.
Houston. Amore, come sta?
Look, I'm real sorry about your dad. If there's anything I can do, you be sure and let me know. Turn off your motor. Look, I didn't know your father very well, but he was alive yesterday, so one of us ought to show a little respect here.
You're so taxing.
Yes, I am.
It's charming.
Yes, it is.
Remember, Antibes, the Hotel du Cap? Of course, you were much more affectionate then.
Yeah, well, that was then, Serena.
Do you live or work here?
Sometimes both.
Very nice. Very nice. But, you know, I'm not sure whether there's a man with a lot of little boy in him here or the other way around.
Okay, sweet thing. I've got all day, so if you want to shoot the breeze, that's fine with me. Because I'm not the one that's in trouble here.
Who said I was in trouble?
I did.
Is this yours?
Yep.
It's cute. I am told you're the best private investigator around. I might want to hire you. There's a chance the police will arrest me for the murder of my father. And just for the record, I didn't do it.
Say it again.
I did not kill him.
Yeah, it sounded better the second time round. I think it was the way you hit the word not. Got that kind of hurt, self-righteous look in your eye.
You must believe me.
Serena, my ears are trained not to believe much you say.
Okay, all right. So I've lied to you before. And probably I will lie to you again. But not this time. I did not kill him. This one time you must believe me.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's go inside.
Amore. Amore, you don't believe me, do you? My father made people crawl. He would dangle diamonds in front of women's faces so that they would do whatever he wanted them to. Things that would haunt them for the rest of their lives. He was disgusting. I hated him, and he knew I hated him.
Well, you didn't hate your inheritance.
I don't have one. My trust fund, and that's all. Do you know what he did? He put a clause in his will that if he should die in any way other than natural causes, I mean, in an accident or in any questionable way, his estate automatically goes into long-term probate. I would have to wait 10 years before I see a penny. Now tell me, why would I kill him, eh? Why?
You know I'll check this out, don't you?
Houston, I would have to wait years before I inherit anything, darling. I'm not a fool. All I'd have to do is wait until he died naturally.
Naturally.
The man was crazy. Pazzo. He made everybody around him crazy.
Lady Earth is the insane asylum of the universe. Maybe that's why UFOs don't want to land here. Look, have you got a bodyguard?
Not with me in Rome. Besides, they're boring.
You know anyone who'd want to see you dead?
What are you saying?
Well, I'm just asking questions. See, that's how I know I'm a detective.
Will you help me?
Serena, I will help you in every way I can. But you better be telling me the truth or I'm going to dance all over you.
I'll give you anything.
Anything?
Yes, anything.
Well, I already have all the money I want, and besides, you can only wear one pair of boots at a time, so we'll think of something else. Come on. CJ, we're taking Ms. Gambaccini on as client.
Are we? What a nice surprise. Not now, Mary.
Thank you, darling. You know, things can be like old time if you want.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try and find out who killed your father. I'm not sure that's going to help much, but that's what we're going to do. Now, where are you staying?
Century Plaza.
Well, I'll tell you what, on your way back over there, why don't you stop by Children's Hospital? Because you just might want to build a wing over there right next to mine when this is all over. I knew we'd think something.
Yes, of course. Ciao, darling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. First 5 minutes on the case, Serena Gambaccini in my office. I saw a man across the street on the roof with what looked like a rifle wrapped in cloth. Probably not too young, but his reflexes were good when he ducked behind cover when he thought I was looking. Now, the question is, was he out to kill Serena, or was he out to kill me? Answer? Me.
Some people don't like Houston a lot, but if someone's out to kill him, they better be darn sure they get the job done. Because he doesn't like it too much when someone tries to cancel his vote the hard way. Other people like Houston a lot. Some of us like him a lot more than a lot. But that's another story.
I have important papers. You must see them. Latest quotes from New York and Zurich. I need answers on 2 by tonight.
Mrs. Harrington said you might look in on her fundraiser, and your tailor said you should come in for a measurement.
Hold it. Don't move. I've got about 400 things that need signing right now.
Later, Murray. I just took on the Gambaccini case. You probably heard about it yesterday?
I heard. I'm very sympathetic. If you and CJ want to break this company playing detective, that's up to you. But right now, Houston, we have got business to do. This stack just bought this stack, and in between, you'll notice there's nothing.
Yeah, we'll just have to deal with all this later, Murray, except for that one. I want you to call London, tell them to buy. If they ask how much, you tell them till I go broke or I own the company. Heard Howard Hughes say that once. Oh, thank you, Murray.
You ready for some baby talk?
You betcha. Hello, baby. She loves me. How do you spell Gambaccini?
Gambaccini. 2 C's, 1 N.
CJ, won't you do this for me, all right? Okay, down to business. Now, 1, I want to know all about his will. 2, I want to know who all was at the ship's christening, who all was supposed to be there and didn't show up, and where they've been since then. 3, I want to know where the nitro came from, and who supplied the champagne that blew up. Somebody slipped him a bad year.
Just joking, baby. 4.
4, I want to know all about Mr. Gambaccini's financial deals, who wins, who loses, all that kind of stuff. And I want to know exactly how much that man was worth.
Gambaccini, worth.
5, call my tailor. He ruined my suit. Keep on working, see what you come up with. I'll be down at the boat.
Sure wish I could go with you.
I wish you could, too.
Baby makes 3.
Well, look, I'll tell you what. Now, come on, I'll talk to you later. Bye now, girls. Slim, one of these days you're gonna go that extra ½ inch and I'm gonna be needing new kneecaps.
No way. The kid's got it under control all the time. Now, I just finished turbocharging her. She's a beauty, huh?
Yeah. You know, sometimes I wonder if I'm buying these things for me or for you.
Oh, just don't wreck this one, will ya? Fender and Body Works out of my line.
Not completely.
Houston, are we ever going back?
You still miss Texas?
But not as much. I started surfing.
They do have a big ocean here.
Some say bigger than the whole state of Texas.
Yeah, well, you know how they exaggerate out here.
When Houston first got to L.A., he met Vince Novelli, Lieutenant Vince Novelli, LAPD. They had a few go-arounds in the beginning, but before long, he became one of Houston's best friends.
Billionaire killed in champagne explosion. Film at 11.
What do you say, Ace? No one's left to Gambaccini after that?
Shoelaces?
1 shoelace. Whom are you representing?
Whom? Well, whom I'm representing is Serena Gambaccini. That's whom.
It's too bad. Hey, there's an echo in here.
What?
I said there's an echo in here.
I can't hear you, Vince. There's an echo in here.
You really felt you had to say that, huh?
I'm weak, Vince. Come on, I'll make it up. Someone tried to take a shot at me today.
Anybody I know?
Probably not. He was an amateur. I found a matchbook with the matches pulled off the left-hand side, so whoever he was left-handed.
Well, maybe he was a professional acting like an amateur, try to throw you off.
No, he was an amateur. If he was a pro, I'd be dead.
He was an amateur.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Why can't I do this?
I don't know, Vince. Maybe you need glasses.
You know, when you're shot at, you're supposed to let the law know, and that's like a given.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Vince, so now you're informed.
Think it's got anything to do with Gambaccini?
Well, it does seem awful coincidental that the minute Serena takes me on the case, someone takes a pot shot at me.
Well, yeah, on the other hand, you only have 200 or 300 ex-cons that have grudges going with you, not to mention a few husbands. You know, could be it's not related.
Yeah, it could be that it is.
Well, you never know.
Look, Vince, when you're standing on Fifth Avenue on St. Patrick's Day, I don't believe you have a right to be surprised if a parade passed by.
Wish I had said that.
So do I.
Including Serena, I've cut 4 suspects out of the herd because they all had 2 things in common. They all invested in the ship and they were all at the christening.
Well, I'm very...
Karen Ann Douglas. She invested in the ship and she's been Gambaccini's mistress for the last couple of years now.
Who's that with her?
That's Jennifer, her daughter. Karen Ann's a one and only.
Cody Wall. One of the great human beings of our time.
He invested too. And not only is he Karen Ann's agent as well as her lawyer, she is his only client.
Next.
Wildcat Callahan's name, I got $10 million.
Wildcat? Is he in L.A.?
Yep. And he invested too. Fact is, Houston, they all had a piece of the action. It's going to take a while to figure out how many billions the billionaire had. But I can tell you this much. He had it spread from here to Bangkok. I'll work on it.
Vince, tell me something I don't know about Gambaccini.
Well, he was having an affair with a young mamselle in Paris a couple of weeks ago.
That's news?
Not the affair, maybe, but something was getting messy about it because Gambaccini made videotapes of the 2 of them together, only the lady didn't know about it.
Yeah, he's a real nice dude.
One of the all-time best. So I figure whoever the lady is, she's a prime suspect. She wants to tape back or revenge or something.
Well, you guys figure all this out this morning? You're moving pretty fast on this thing.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, Ace. If we don't get something concrete real soon, I'm in big trouble. I can only hold these people for 48 hours. Then they're going to split to the 4 winds. You bet I'm moving fast.
Yeah, well...
You know, we're figuring your client is the #1 suspect, don't you?
Oh, Vince, that's because you guys don't have any imagination.
No, of course not. We don't have any imagination. Do you know that she was about to be cut out of her father's billion-dollar will completely?
No.
Did you know she tried to kill him in Paris a couple of weeks ago before he could change it? When the French police are trying to extradite her for attempted murder?
No.
Well, did you know she was supposed to be standing at his side during the christening and she left a snappy 30 seconds before he blew himself into the promised land?
No.
No, huh? And we don't have any imaginations. If you were about to be cut out of a billion-dollar will and put nitroglycerin in a bottle that was about to be smashed against the ship, where would you be?
Philadelphia.
At least.
Notice how I know when to keep my mouth shut?
Hi, Vince. Can I do something for you?
Just my car.
Houston's all cowboy. And where you find cowboys, you also find Indians. This one's called Charlie Eagle. Houston imported him from Texas, along with the rest of us. Now, legend has it, his great-granddaddy scalped Houston's great-granddaddy. They now have a different arrangement.
How you doing, Chief?
Hey, big time, what's up?
Well, I'm working on the Gambaccini killing. Look, would you scout around and see if anybody on the streets got anything for sale on it?
All right. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. Someone took a shot at me today. And what I'd like you to do is close up the stand and jump in your cab. Put the word out on the street. I want to know who wants me dead and why.
Okay. Check you later.
You got it.
Someone tried to kill him? Paranoid, you know what I mean? He thinks everybody's trying to kill him.
Nice car, Mr. Houston.
Thank you, Tim. Nice to see you again.
How'd you like going this way?
Well, only if it's housebroken.
You are, Steve. What are you doing?
How you doing?
All right. Now, you look good.
Yeah, I saw your wheels outside. Now, why didn't you let me know you were in town?
Because I was only going to be here long enough to have a cup of coffee. You know my daughter Laurie, don't you?
Well, look at you.
Hi, Houston. Long time.
Well, it's been a couple years anyway.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Laurie's in here for a birthday party tomorrow night. We really tie one on then, huh? Who'd ever thought I'd ever have a daughter that pretty?
Well, you've been away to school, haven't you?
Yes, I've been back east. I'd like you to meet my fiancé, Preston Amory. This is Houston.
How you doing? Look, keep your seat.
Kids were going to announce their engagement tomorrow night back home at her birthday party there, but we had to move it out here. Some policeman thinks I'm a suspect. Got to stay in town for a couple of days. So I come down here to look around, see if I can find a room big enough to have a party in, but they ain't got one. Honey, I'm just going to call that friend of mine. He got a boat big enough. We can have 2 parties on if we want. Hope you don't get seasick.
Oh, no, sir, I don't. Hey, look, I want to wish you both the best of luck.
Thank you very much, Houston.
You know, Preston there, he went to Yale. Say something in Yale, boy.
He's kind of shy.
Yeah, well, it's all right, as long as he got the degree. Buy you a little shooter?
Well, I'll tell you, I'll have to take a rain check. But I do need to talk to you later about your friend Gambaccini. I think you're about the only one who will give me some straight talk about the man.
I'll give your secretary a call. Tell her where I'm staying when I get located.
Good enough. Why don't you leave some tequila for the rest of us? Huh?
No, I ain't gonna do it. Good day.
Bye-bye.
Boy, he's a fine fellow, that.
I know, God, it's been such a long time.
I'm looking for Karen Ann Douglas.
Who are you?
Her hairdresser.
Dressing room 1 with the star on it.
Thanks a lot.
You think that I killed him? That I put nitroglycerin in that bottle? I don't even know how to spell nitroglycerin.
Knowing you, you could have paid someone to do it.
Ugly little pygmy.
I don't like being called names. Who the hell are you? Gene Autry? I think you're about ready to leave. So does she.
We're not through yet, superstar.
Yes, you are.
If you don't mind, I'll let myself out.
You all right?
Well, you're not the hotel manager. Not in $400 boots.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Matt Houston. I'm a friend of Serena.
The private investigator. She told me about you.
What was going on with him?
Oh, nothing. Just the normal client-agent relationship.
Well, look, I gotta ask you a pretty tough question. Now, if it's none of my business, I'd appreciate you telling me that rather than lie, all right?
Yes, I was Gambaccini's mistress. He owned me. He wanted to own everything. Like this champagne. Have you ever heard of the Chateau de Ville champagne?
Oh, yes, I have. It's a small, exclusive vintner, believed to be one of the 2 best, but I didn't know it was available anymore. Why?
Gambaccini wanted to own all the Chateau champagne. Now, how do you think he went about doing that?
Probably by forcing the vintner out of business and then buying the estate at a bargain price, given the pieces of information I've been getting.
That's exactly what he did. And now every year, all the champagne has his name on it.
That's a pretty girl. That's your kid sister?
Kid daughter. You know, Gambaccini kept a record of every bottle corked.
Well, you knew his wines.
So do you. He also kept a record of every bottle he ever gave to anyone. It's sort of ironic. He was gonna christen his ship with his champagne, and instead it christened him.
Ready, Miss Douglas?
Now, why do I get the impression that things weren't perfect in paradise between you 2?
Don't know when I've been so blue. Don't know what's come over you. You found someone new. And don't it make my brown eyes blue?
Hold it, Miss Douglas. Guys, you're supposed to go to Blue on bar 12.
Anyway, he was a pig. He used a hidden camera to make tapes of all the women he seduced. I'm the star of one of his more elaborate productions.
Well, that's just great. I mean, that's real great. So you're just like the champagne, right? He wanted you all to himself, and the tapes were his guarantee. Did you really have to stay with him?
You think nobody cares what anyone does in bed anymore? That depends on who or what you're in bed with, doesn't it? I have a career. I'm America's sweetheart. If that tape gets out, I'm finished.
I hope you realize what you're telling me makes you a prime candidate for killing him.
Hardly. He told me that if anything happened to him, anything, that tape would be released within 48 hours.
You think he'd do that?
Bet your sweet AstroTurf he would.
Okay, once more from the top.
I didn't mean to treat you bad. Didn't know just what I had. But honey, now I do. And don't it make my brown eyes, don't it make my brown eyes, don't it make my brown eyes blue?
Okay. Take 10, everybody.
That's a nice song.
Nice man.
Thank you. So tell me, where's the tape now?
You tell me. I've got less than 48 hours to find it. If I don't, no more songs, goodbye, Karen Ann Douglas. With him alive, those tapes were safe. I hated him, but I didn't kill him.
You know, that's what Serena said. The exact same words. And so far, we got one man murdered and nobody killed him.
To nobody.
Hey, Vince.
Hey, looks like we're plowing the same field.
Yeah, and you're 10 steps behind the horse.
Well, I better step in something because the 24 hours is going fast and I still got nothing to hold anybody on.
Yeah, well, if you're going inside to talk to the lady friend, she didn't do it.
How do you know?
She just told me.
You did it again.
Okay, so I was wrong. Somebody is trying to kill you. Well, thanks a lot.
Don't mention it.
Look, Charlie, I want you to get another message out on the street. Someone's out to get me, all right? I want you to let them know that now I'm after them.
I ain't fond of being shot at, and I hate having my cars busted up. Now, you spread that around, you hearing me?
I am Indian. I am not deaf.
Yeah. Well, besides that, he ruined my boots.
Enjoy your swim?
Going to change.
Your clothes or your attitude?
Did baby get a fix on Gambaccini's bank account?
$2,456 with 9 zeros lira after it.
Yeah, well, the 2,456 I can understand, but what do all those little O's mean in paycheck money?
$2 billion, Houston. And it all goes to Serena. You get the feeling you've been had there, pal?
Does seem possible.
Possible? Houston, of course she did it. She's going to inherit $2 billion.
Well, in 10 years, maybe after probate, he had a clause in his will holding up all the money if he was murdered.
He did? Then she didn't do it.
Yeah, maybe. What's the latest police report?
Well, somebody ripped off Gambaccini's hotel room this morning. What do you think they were looking for?
Well, I know if I were Karen Douglas, I know what I'd be looking for. And that's a videotape. What about the nitro?
Not a thing.
Well, that's just great. That's real fine. Come on, let's go.
Where are we going?
To Gambaccini's funeral.
I'm not dressed.
You won't mind. Oh, yeah, right. Well, I'll tell you what, girls. I'll catch you later, all right? Thank you.
Houston figures if all your suspects are in one basket, you better watch that basket. Now, Serena inherits $2 billion only if he dies a natural death. So she wouldn't want to kill him. Karen Ann's career goes down the old tubes if he dies, so she wouldn't want to kill him. Karen's Cody's only client, and if she falls, he falls. So he wouldn't want to kill him. And Wildcat invested a fortune in Gambaccini, so he wouldn't want to kill him. So, Houston's problem is, no one in the basket figured to kill Gambaccini. That's Houston's problem. My problem is, sometimes I can't figure how Houston figures. Sounds like a party.
Or a celebration.
For a murder?
Of course, if you really want to give it a little pep, a little of that Mexican blue juice in there, that'll make that sucker sit up and talk.
To your very bad health.
Not my bad health. Live forever, don't you know nothing?
Best looking group of ladies you ever brought by, Taffy.
It should be. I think most of them in first class.
That's the way it's gonna be from now on. First class. Hey, Jack, why don't you move around and see that everybody's got something they want? Come on, let's go for a swim.
CJ, why don't you look around and see what you can pick up?
Love to.
I was talking about information.
So was I.
Get out.
Go turn into a pumpkin.
What the hell are you doing here?
Trying to have a little fun. Why live a lie?
You mean like the one you did at the funeral? I mean, you come into my office pleading for help, crying about how innocent you are. Then I find out you tried to knock off your old man in Paris a couple of weeks ago because he was about to cut you out of his will.
I didn't kill him.
Didn't you? You see, if he cut you out, you wouldn't get a dime. Now, you may have to wait 10 years, but you still get $2 billion. Now, why don't you tell me again how you didn't kill him?
I didn't kill him!
Yeah, somehow the magic's gone out of the way you say that.
I needed every edge I could get, darling.
I see. And I'm your edge?
Amore, Houston, don't abandon me now. You're the only one I have left.
Then, lady, you better get yourself out of here. Because the way I feel about you right now, they could get you for impersonating a human, and I don't believe I'd argue it.
Getting your attention.
I don't remember sending you an invitation.
Well, that makes us even. I don't remember getting one.
Do I know you?
Shut up, stupid. So I'm not broken up that he's dead. So what? They don't send you to jail for having a good time.
No, but you can go to jail for blackmail. See, I figure you know where the tape is that Gambaccini made of Karen. And I figure you plan to use it to keep her under your heel the same way he did.
I don't know anything about any tape, so stop pushing me around.
Well, that's not pushing you. This is pushing you. See the difference? You really that tall, or am I standing in a hole? I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
He's not welcome here, reject. Maybe you can explain it to him.
Look, maybe the two of us could just talk this thing over real friendly-like.
Sorry you gotta be leaving, Houston. Maybe next time.
Well, I didn't want to wear out my welcome anyway. Look, dummy, next time you hit me, use the other hand. I sleep on this side. Can I buy you a drink?
No.
How about dinner?
No.
Nachos and a nightcap at my place?
Come on, country boy.
Are you sure you can't talk about this thing?
No, I don't like your face.
Well, me neither. It's a terrible face.
I think your nose should be moved.
Oh, well, I wouldn't go quite that far.
I would.
Okay, dummy. Let's see if your 300 pounds can stop a 45. Come on, I'm begging you.
Houston, what's going on?
Get in the car, CJ. This dummy just smartened up. Bang!
Houston, this car does not start.
Don't do this to me.
I'm not doing anything to you.
Start the car.
I can't, it's flooded.
Well, then floor it.
It is floored.
CJ, do you want to die?
Not particularly, Houston.
Then turn on the key.
It's Diamond Dead, Pair of Hearts, Gilly's Gal, Vanilla Skate, and Johnny Pataro on the outside. Pair of Hearts and Vanilla Skate, Johnny Pataro on the outside as they come around the clubhouse turn. Here they come with Vanilla Skate and Johnny Pataro. Diamond Edge also challenging on the far outside. Going to the whip now is Howie Portson, and he's coming up on the outside in the three-quarter in 132 and change. Down the stretch they come, a 16th of a mile to go. Vanilla Skate on the inside. Johnny Pataro on the already down about 20,000. And Vanilla Skate is the winner by a head. It appears
30,000.
it was Johnny Pataro.
Come on.
And Pair of Hearts.
Let me listen to you. Never bet on a horse if you ain't got a jockey on his back, much less own one.
Bye, Daddy.
Where you going?
Press and I are going dancing.
Yeah, dance. Yeah, wouldn't you like to see an old boy Yale dance?
Yeah, you really got something special there, Wildcat. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, thank you. I do. I just don't want that boy hurting her. Don't want anybody hurting her for that matter.
Well, I don't blame you.
Yeah. Oh, I know he's not perfect, but she loves him. But Yale? Oh, you know, I never knew a billionaire who ever went to college. Known a few millionaires who were well fixed, had a good education, but I've never known a billionaire. You want some bourbon?
Well, why not? Oh, boy. Let me tell you about Gambaccini.
Go ahead. So you have to find out who switched the private bottle of champagne for the one with the nitro in it, huh?
That and who had something to gain by having him dead.
That lets me out. Boy, when he blew himself to buffalo chips, he blew me right out of $10 million I had invested in that boat of his.
Well, what about the insurance?
The insurance might cover the hull, but the boat goes into his estate. It could take 10 years to probate that estate. Meanwhile, you got 250,000 tons sitting there rusting up. Any way you look at it, I blew $10 million. I got a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but ain't nobody can afford to lose $10 million.
Is this his?
Yeah. He gave a bottle of that to everybody he was doing business with. And you believe it? A billionaire who owns a winery giving it away one bottle at a time.
Well, let's pop it and drink to his health.
Oh, no. No. The way I figure, that's a $10 million bottle of bubbly right there. And when I pop it, it's going to be for something special, like tomorrow night at Laurie's birthday party. You be there. We'll pop it, boy.
I'm going to be there if I can, Wildcat, but right now I'm so lost I can't find my way out with radar. I mean, the truth is the man was pure skunk. I mean, everybody hated him. The only one who had good reason to kill him is my client. I just don't know. You got any ideas?
Me? Yeah, let's punt.
That's the wrong sport.
Yeah, well, my horses wouldn't know the difference. Let's get out of here.
Hey, don't tell me you're one of those people who leaves the races early just to get a jump on the traffic car.
You don't think so what? What's he up to?
Are you all right?
Yeah. Oh, that hurts. Did you get a look at him?
Yeah, I saw him. I know him, too.
Perce Whiteley.
He works for you, Wildcat.
Yes, he does. All right, that's enough. Any more bandages and I'll look like a darn mummy.
Well, about what? You got shot in the shoulder? He'll live.
Yeah, back home we'd call it a flesh wound.
Okay, you can take care of the bill when you leave.
Daddy, are you okay?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
I'm all right, honey. I do more damage than this shaving of a morning.
Need a statement, Wildcat.
Well, I got shot.
I was looking for something a little more definite than that. Do you know any reason why Perce Whiteley would try and kill Houston?
Perce did this?
I'm afraid he did, honey.
Why?
I have no idea. He's never said a bad word against Houston in his life. I'll swear to it. I mean, ever. I didn't even know he was in town.
I can't believe that Perce Whiteley would do something like this. I mean, I've known him my entire life. He's a sweetheart.
What's Whiteley do for you?
He's kind of a troubleshooter. Looks after the wells, supplies, equipment. A little of this and that.
Is he in debt? Does he need money?
No. In fact, the answer to everything is no.
Daddy, listen. I think that we better cancel my birthday party tomorrow.
Oh, no, honey. That's got nothing to do with this. In fact, we all need a little relaxation, let down a little bit. And you're invited. No need for you to bring any presents or anything like that. Just maybe an automobile, a fur or two. Yeah.
Hang back.
Why?
We need to talk.
I'll see you tomorrow night. You rest up, you hear?
Yeah, I got the perfect cure. You know what I mean?
What do you say we eat and talk? Come on. How about Mexican?
How about Chinese?
Italian is usually the compromise when Vince and Houston argue about food. And according to Houston, the best Italian food in town is served at Mama Novelli's. She's exactly who she sounds like she is. Lieutenant Vince Novelli's mama. And she makes the biggest, the bestest trompe on your tongue, tear out your tummy pizza in L.A.
I hate to say this, Ace, but it did ever occur to you that maybe Wildcat put this guy Whiteley up to trying to kill you?
You're crazy. Wildcat's been more of a father to me than my old man. Besides, why hire a killer that works for you?
What's the matter with the cannelloni?
Oh, cannolis are just fine.
Che cannoli? Cannoli's a cake. Why don't you eat it?
We just haven't gotten there yet.
Hey, come on, get there, figliolo.
Mama, we're talking.
Senti, if God wanted you to talk while you ate, he'd have put your tongue in your ear.
We better eat.
I'm eating, but I still think Wildcat could be in on this thing.
Vince, he just took a bullet that was meant for me.
Well, maybe he and Whiteley planned it that way. He only took a nick in the shoulder.
Vince, sometimes I wonder about you. Now, unless we're talking about Annie Oakley here, it'd have to be the greatest piece of shooting ever done. 2 inches down, and Wildcat gets it right in the heart.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe?
Here, put some Parmesan. It'll taste better.
Oh, really? No, thanks.
Mama!
You got a girlfriend?
Mama, we're talking business.
Hey, so am I. He's got nobody to feed him. He's gonna get the skinny just like you. Guarda che roba.
Look, Vince, the whole point is if Wildcat wanted me dead, he sure wouldn't push me aside and take a bullet that was meant for me. Now, Whiteley's working independently, or he's working for someone other than Wildcat. Now, maybe somebody hired him to make it look like Wildcat was behind it, but the question is why?
Well, we got an all points out on Whiteley. With luck, we'll have him soon.
Well, you better shoot for more than luck, pal, because I'm getting awful tired of serving up second helpings myself to this fella.
So, what do you want for dessert?
I'm fine.
Dessert is sugar. It gives energy.
I got plenty of energy.
Oh, you have so much energy, eh? Why you have only 4 kids?
Because I only want 4 kids.
Hey, I speak to your wife. We want the 5.
Okay. Here's the way I see it. We got Gambaccini dead over here, Perce Whiteley trying to kill you over there. Guess who's in the middle?
Him?
So, if Whiteley's trying to kill you, maybe he killed Gambaccini.
Maybe.
Well, since it's less than 24 hours before all our suspects do an adios and go south, I suggest we make definites out of maybes before tomorrow night.
Fine, let's wrap it up by tomorrow night.
Hey, why didn't you think of that?
Look, really, I'm just fine.
Sure, another one that's fine. The two of you together, you couldn't beat up a waiter. Siete due grissini.
I'm only half asleep.
Well, I'm only half awake. How'd you get in here?
I told one of your secretaries you were expecting me. She didn't seem to mind.
Yeah, well, I teach square dancing 3 nights a week. So why don't you tell me why you're here? I got shot at a couple hours ago, and my sense of humor is a little on the ornery side.
I'm here because I feel really disgusted with myself for what happened at Cotterwell's. And I would just like to make things right. So far, so good.
Serena. Never mind.
Nothing bothers Houston more than not knowing the answer to something. He couldn't figure out who wanted Gambaccini dead. He couldn't figure out why Perce Whiteley would come all the way from Texas to kill him. And he didn't know if it was connected to the murder of Niccolo Gambaccini or not. I knew this case, this one, was really getting to him. Then again, maybe it wasn't getting to him.
Ciao.
But you still haven't found Perce Whiteley, and you still don't know who searched Gambaccini's rooms. No fingerprints, no nothing.
We're doing just as good as you are.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
What?
Oh, not you, Vince. Look, any idea when the rooms were searched?
Just speculation. A couple of hours after he was killed.
Yeah, well, whoever he wasn't wasting any time.
Fine. Who? Boss, I did it! Jackpot! Jackpot!
Can I call you back? What'd you get?
Well, Mr. Perce Whiteley hasn't been seen in Houston for 2 days, and part of what he does for the oil company is handle explosives and yet access to nitroglycerin.
Thanks, CJ.
And I also checked around one of my old buddies who works down there, and he told me that some nitro had been reported missing. 2 whole ounces. Of course, they're trying to keep that quiet.
Oh, I don't blame him. You don't want that stuff sneaking out of the bar.
You don't. So that's it. He's tried to kill you at least 3 times. He was in town. He had the nitro. He did it. He killed Gambaccini. I want a raise.
Talk to Murray.
There goes my raise.
We still don't know where Whiteley is.
Easy, find him.
Yeah, but how?
Well, that's also easy. Advertise.
No, I'm talking really big here, you know, like huge. Something really tremendous.
Well, how about several bouquets of glads and mums just woven together? Now, that would be very grand.
You don't understand me, partner. I mean huge, you know, like Texas is huge.
You want a bouquet of flowers as big as Texas?
No, I want it big enough to look like it came from Texas. You know, the horseshoe. Yeah, with a big red Valentine heart in it that says, "Happy birthday to Lori from Houston." And I need it by tonight.
Well, sir, I'd have to hire at least 5 people just to help. And, well, thousands of flowers. Well, that's very expensive.
Yeah, let's do it. I tell you what, when you get finished, put it on the back of a truck and run it around town. And make sure it goes past every television station in the city, honking all the way. And deliver it to this address by 4 o'clock.
Sir, do you have an account with us?
I have some friends that do.
Hold it.
Not now.
Now. Some guy just called from a florist shop to verify that you were you.
Tell him I'm me.
You ordered an 11-foot flowered horseshoe?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I want somebody to know exactly where I'm going to be this afternoon. Only this time, I'm going to be waiting for him.
Boy, have I got bad news for you.
Boy, do I need a drink.
I just blew $1,000 bribing Cody Wall's secretary.
I'll make it a double.
Now listen, Houston, Cody's not just your average 10% agent. He and Carrie Ann are partners. They split everything 50-50.
Fine. Now he's got 40% bigger reason not to kill Gambaccini.
In other words, I just spent $1,000 to prove he had no motive.
Not in other words, in the same words.
Nobody had a motive.
Yeah, including Perce Whiteley, but somebody hired him. The question is why.
Well, we know it isn't Karen Ann Cody or Wildcat.
Yeah, so the only one who's got a motive is my client, Serena. But I just don't think she did it. Did you get a hold of that news tape?
Just came in.
Why don't you put it up?
Goodbye, Daddy. I'll see you in hell.
Dear, that kid's got to be innocent. Would you pick a fight on television with someone you were just about to murder?
Well, I would if I needed a good reason to get far away from a full bottle of nitro. Now, there's that champagne again. It seems like every time I turn around, somebody's got a bottle of it.
Volevo usare l'annata della sua nascita.
What was that?
I can't make it out.
Should play that back. Louder.
Volevo usare l'annata della sua nascita. You knew that, didn't you?
Who knew what? She had baby translate that. The year she was born.
What does that mean?
I don't know yet. The year she was born. Who?
Boss, there's a surprise for you in the gym.
$10 is $10.
Thanks a lot. Houston? Houston? Houston, are you all right? Houston, are you all right? What are you doing down there on the floor?
Resting.
Now, you listen to this. Cody has just filed a legal action to prove that Karen Ann and Gambaccini cohabitated for years.
He'll win, too. And evidence will be spread across every newspaper on Earth.
But what the newspapers will not spread is that if our two lovebirds live together, then little old Karen Ann is entitled to half of Gambaccini's estate. $1 billion.
And she sure didn't have to worry about that tape destroying her career, now did she?
No, and it's certainly a good motive for murder, Houston, not to mention her 50-50 partner who gets half of the billion.
Thanks a lot.
For what?
Because now everybody we thought wanted him alive has good reason for wanting him dead.
Maybe they all killed him. Where are you going, Houston? Where are you going?
I'm going to Cody Wall, see if I can find those videotapes. I want to know who's on them. I also want to know if he happened to hire a man named Perce Whiteley. Charlie, follow me.
Hold it.
In a minute. CJ, have you had lunch yet?
No, but I'd love to.
Good. Murray, take CJ to lunch and put it on my tab.
To get to Cody Wall, Houston had to pass that big grunt he called Reject. Now that could ruin his whole day. I knew he'd think of something, but this time he knew it had to be something really big.
No, I don't want it covered up. I want it spread across every single newspaper in the country. Now you listen to me. I'm giving you the inside track on the story of the century. Yeah, that's right. Karen Douglas and Niccolo Gambaccini. That takes care of that.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
Everything except.
Except what? I'm an attorney, you know that. You're trespassing and threatening my life again. I have a witness right over here.
I'll give you 500 to 1 that the lady never testifies against me.
Oh, yeah? Well, you don't know Taffy.
No, Cody. You don't know Taffy.
I think I'll go buy a pair of shoes. Thanks for calling me a lady.
Hey, you! I own you! Okay. Beat me up. Go on. Punch me around.
Well, if I didn't think you'd enjoy it so much, I might be tempted. Now, why don't you tell me again how you didn't have reason to kill Gambaccini?
I didn't kill Gambaccini.
Fine, you hired Perce Whiteley to kill him.
Who's Perce Whiteley?
Still don't know who Perce Whiteley is?
Why don't you break everything in the whole house, huh? How about that one? That one's real expensive.
I know, that's why I saved that one for last. Now, what about Karen Ann? Maybe she hired Whiteley.
Go ask her.
I will. Now, you tell me about the other tapes.
What other tapes?
You remember this one? It's real expensive. Now, you better start talking to me or I'm gonna break it over your head, which is not real expensive.
Okay. He had other tapes of a young girl he took to Paris. He got her stoned on angel dust and he made her... You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Gambaccini said he was gonna show the tapes to her family. He said he was gonna ruin her twice, once in Paris and once here. And that's all I know.
Who was the girl?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, then you tell me something else. You tell me why a man with more than $1 billion went around destroying people's lives. What the hell was in it for him?
It made him laugh, that's all. It was the only thing left that made him laugh.
Really make my skin crawl, you know that?
So I'm not the nicest person in the world. So what? When I get the money, I'll buy nice.
He didn't have that much.
Reject!
That's gonna stop me.
Oh, I brought it for you. Here. You see, I think you're gonna need it. I'm about to take a big gamble here, and I'm betting myself that you got a thick stomach and a glass jaw, and I'm about to find out. Swing, dummy. I think I just lost the bet.
Houston figured the answer to this riddle had to be in those elusive tapes. Who was on them and why? And he figured they had to be in Gambaccini's suite. Someone had ransacked it once trying to find them, so he figured maybe he'd take a shot at it.
How you doing, Houston? Pretty good. How's Monica? Oh, fine. How about the kids? Oh, wonderful. Good. I need a favor.
Uh-oh. Lieutenant Novelli's not gonna like it.
Oh, come on, Bob. Now, didn't I give you a sure thing on the Super Bowl?
Novelli won't mind.
Thank you, Bob.
Oh, think nothing of it. In fact, forget it.
here's everything you ever wanted to know about Perce Whiteley. Now, what do you want to know?
Everything.
Everything. Let's see. You sure you want everything?
Come on, Vance, read it.
Percival Albert Whiteley, age 43, no prior arrests, high school graduate, married at 18. Here's the picture. Plays semi-pro ball, good work record, wife dies in 56, had a mental breakdown, recovers, joins the Army, good service record, honorable D, goes back to work for Wildcat.
How did his wife die?
Childbirth.
Yeah, I'll be all right. Just need a little time to think.
Daddy, it's beautiful.
Beautiful party for a beautiful girl.
Thank you, Daddy.
Oh, don't you know he paid £1 or $2 for this sucker? Ooh,
Come on, you guys, move it. Will you move it? We only got a couple hours before the party starts. Jerry, set up the dance.
Boy,
Get those tables
that's
up
about
here.
the biggest present I'm gonna get.
Isn't it pretty? Yeah, you should have seen the horse they took it on.
Wildcat!
Hey, look at here. Hey, she just loved it. So did I. Yeah. Hey, let me see that suit. Ooh, that's the prettiest thing I ever saw on a fellow that wasn't in a casket.
Yeah, well, I just got it off the rack, $49.50.
Yeah, I believe you. Per button.
How's your arm doing?
Oh, it's good. I've had sunburns that hurt worse than that. There goes my whole life, boy. Ain't she something?
Yeah, she is. She is something.
Well, I'm about to pop the cork on a $10 million bottle of champagne. I'd like to have you join me.
Well, you pop it. I'll be right back. Excuse me, can I talk to you for a minute?
I want the tapes.
Got a little something for you. Want you to keep on singing.
Thanks, cowboy.
Ciao, caro. Come stai?
I want to talk to you for a minute. Got your father's tape of Karen Ann. It's for sale.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's for sale. You want to buy it?
Why should I want it?
Well, I don't know, but I'm about to find out the truth about you. How much would you pay for it?
$2 million?
How about 3?
Yes.
4? 5 million, maybe?
Darling, $1 billion is 1,000 million. 5 means nothing.
Why?
Why not?
No, you tell me why.
You don't leave me a graceful exit, eh?
I didn't mean to.
I hate her. I want to control her. I want to have her in my hands. I am my father's daughter.
Goodbye, Serena. As far as you're concerned, my number's changed.
Do you have the tape, Houston? Houston! Houston! Is it for sale?
Don't ask me. Ask her.
Karen, stop it! Stop it! It's proof that you live with him. We need it in court. It's worth $500 million.
Brava.
Damn it, Houston!
Nice little boat your friend's got here.
Yeah, boy, did you know he got a pretty penny tied up in this sucker? Well, it's Laurie's birthday.
$1 million bubbles, they don't really taste that good, do they? You know I love her, don't you, Wildcat? I mean, you've been half father, all friend to me all my life. You know I'd never do anything to hurt you or your family.
I know that, boy.
Yeah, well, this isn't easy. It's taken me a while to figure out how to tell you, but you got to understand why I have to say what I'm about to.
Say what?
I know what you did, and I know why you did it. I just don't want to be the one to hand you over to the police.
Well, you keep talking, but you ain't said nothing yet.
Wildcat, what are you doing to me? I said I know.
I say you're on the dance floor. Now, you either ought to dance or get the hell off of it.
All right. You killed Gambaccini. You killed him because he drugged Laurie in Paris and went to bed with her. He showed you the videotape he made of the both of them, and he threatened to show it to her boyfriend. You took the nitro off Perce Whiteley's rig, you put it in a champagne bottle, and you blew him to kingdom come.
You telling me I'm the one that switched the bottles?
No, Wildcat, you're telling me. And that's the second time. Whoever said anything about the bottles being switched except you?
That's pretty slim proof, boy. You'd have to have an awful lot more than that.
Yeah. Laurie said she was back east. Immigration says she was in Paris.
Any law against taking a little trip to Paris?
Look at the bottle, Wildcat. It's got the year she was born on it, 1956. The same year that Gambaccini wanted to use at the christening.
So it's 56, so what?
He gave you a 71. Here's his record. Now, how could you have that bottle unless you were the one that switched them? It's the wrong year.
Now what have you got? Now what jury do you think is going to believe that I killed Gambaccini? Then took a shot that was meant for you, meant for the man that was trying to find the killer. What jury do you think would believe that?
You took the shot to save me. You didn't know it was Perce Whiteley because you didn't hire him. He was working all by himself. You asked me if I saw who it was because you were checking me out. Because in that split second, when you saw Perce Whiteley, you knew what he was doing. He was going to kill me. Now, you knew that he figured out the nitro was missing, and he knew that you hated Gambaccini. He knew that you were at the christening. Wildcat, you. Laura's not your natural daughter. She's Whiteley's.
You're right, of course, boy. Old Purser's wife died of childbirth. He went off the deep end, had a complete breakdown. There wasn't anybody around who could look after the little baby except his best friend, me. I was only going to look after it till he got out of the sanitarium, but it took a whole lot longer than either one of us had ever figured. The time he finally came home, I was the only father she knew. Neither one of us had the heart to hurt her. So we just both raised her and loved her all her life. Did you get that tape, boy?
Yes, I have it. You didn't have to kill him, Wildcat.
He was gonna show that tape all over the place. That would have killed Laurie. I couldn't stand that.
No, but you could have come to me. We could have worked something out. You didn't have to kill him. He's here, isn't he?
He is.
You could let him kill me.
Maybe I wish I could. Come on out, Perce. He knows everything.
No.
Flash of light!
Y'all probably realize that when Houston sets his mind to something, he almost always gets it done. Well, you see, his horse made him mad. And losing that $10 bet made him even madder. So there were two things he absolutely had to do. Bust Gutbuster and get his $10 back. Like he said, it's the principle of the thing, CJ. Only in this case, he figured his principal could earn him a little interest. Oh, there is one other thing you probably now realize about Houston. Like most Texans, he overdoes things a bit for his friends.
CJ, are you absolutely positive, no mistake, certain that he still can't ride that horse?
Bo, I'm telling you, he bought a mechanical bucking machine to practice on, and he can only stay on it for 2 seconds.
What do you think? I don't know. I feel like a chicken hawk's about to dive on the hen house.
Lamar, would I bet my own $10 on anything that wasn't a sure thing?
Never have.
Never will.
What are you guys worried about? I'm telling you, it's a sure thing. No one can ride that horse.
Charlie, I just bought a new wetsuit, surfboard, roof racks, couple pairs of flippers. I'm fresh out of jeans. I'm tapped out.
That's good. How about you?
I don't know anything about horses.
Terrific.
I don't want to blow $10 betting Houston he can't bust a Bronco.
Listen, this is not just any Bronco, it's this Bronco.
I don't know. What do you think, Vince?
I don't know anything about horses.
Guys, I'm Indian. Trust me. Do I know about horses or do I know about horses?
You really think he can't ride that horse?
It's like betting on Sitting Bull, that little bighorn.
I don't know about Sitting Bull either.
Well, don't just sit there. Do I have a bet or don't I? Bo?
You're on. $10 says you can't ride that horse.
Lamar?
Same bet.
Mm-hmm. How about you, CJ?
I'm in.
Charlie?
Why don't you make it $20?
No, 10's my limit. How about you, Slim?
You sure?
Look, I'm Indian.
Bet.
Vince?
I don't know anything about horses, but $10 says you can't ride them.
Thank you, Vince. Let him out. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Vince. Any questions?
Yeah, I got a question. What'd you whisper in that horse's ear?
Well, I just told him that if he didn't trot around this corral as easy as a Tennessee walker, I'd kill him.
You wouldn't kill that horse.
Well, of course not. He doesn't know that.
Mr. Graham, we've been waiting for you. Now that everyone's here, Mr. Brodax will join you shortly.
Let me guess. We all got the same telegrams and the same copy of Brodax's latest issue.
We never met formally, but since we're sharing the same headline, I'm Wally Hanrahan.
Frank Graham.
Of course, you recognize Carl Ross and Cindy McNichol.
I think you're the best magician in the world.
Thank you. And I think you're beautiful.
And I think you're pushing your luck.
Coffee, anyone?
Make mine black, Wally.
Get your own, Brodax.
Is that any way to greet an old friend?
What's this all about?
Well, if you must know, boys and girls, it's about a special edition of Tattletale and you four, who in the last 12 months have all sued me and all lost.
And this is your way of rubbing our noses in it?
Haven't you heard us enough?
I merely print the truth, sweetheart. That's why I called you here this morning, so that you'll have the opportunity to respond to these stories. Thompson?
Just tell me precisely what you want to say to our readers.
Brodax, you're a dead man.
Take down Mr. Ross's words exactly, Thompson. I don't want the champ to accuse us of misquoting him. Mr. Graham, how about you?
Words are your weapons, Brodax. I've got my own.
And Wally?
Gone too far this time, Hal.
Well, Thompson, I thought that went very well, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Excellent. You were masterful.
Oh, well, yes. Tell you what we'll do. We'll run a news story leading off with their threats against me. Then I'll make a statement. No amount of intimidation will prevent Tattletale from sticking to its high journalistic standards. Oh, no. Ron, could you get that for me? It's an article I worked on all last night.
Sure thing, Mr. Brodax.
Here you are, son.
By the way, your story on the 8-year-old girl who eats fire, too sketchy. Get some interviews, talk to her friends, her principal. You ask her dentist how it affects her teeth.
That's it. Now, don't you worry about a thing, little buddy. We're gonna get you all fixed up and go back to your resting friends.
They're manufactured in Hong Kong for less than $3 a pair. Shipping back to the States, advertising, packaging, promoting runs only another $1.85 a pair.
Murray, I thought we had a rule about business out here at the ranch.
Now we sell them to the outlets for $10.50 a pair. For $22.50 a pair.
Who'd you say
that
you worked
gives us
for?
a net profit of $5.15 for each pair we
What's
sell.
that D
Now
stand
I've run
for?
a cost comparison with the Taiwan
Would
mills.
you marry me?
Hold it now,
fellas.
Houston?
Murray.
Houston?
I think that this is a great investment. I can never get you at the office, so...
Houston?
Yeah, just a minute, CJ. Ladies, listen. I'm sorry you had to come all the way out here. But see, there's no business out here. There's a time and a place for everything.
Just name it.
Houston, I need you.
CJ, if... CJ, like I told Murray, I'm up to here in trouble. I've got 15 head of calves stranded up in White Pine Meadow.
Houston, it's Johnny Randolph. His dad got in the way of a murder attempt. He's been badly hurt.
Now, don't you worry about them chaps, Houston.
Just take care of them for me, would you?
Okay, girls. Back in the bus.
Ron Randolph was more than just Houston's landscaper. He was an old friend. And one thing you have to know about Houston, he doesn't like it when his friends get hurt.
CJ, why don't you call ahead to the house?
Let them know you're going to investigate? I already have.
Thank you. Oh, Johnny. Easy, buddy. Come on, let's go sit down for a minute, all right? Come on. You all right? Seat there, partner. Listen to me. It's gonna be all right. You get my word on that, okay?
But the doctors don't know me.
I know, Johnny, slow down for a minute, okay? Johnny, you're gonna have to be the man in the family for a little while now. You know that, don't you? I know you're scared. Think about how scared your brothers and sisters are.
You want to help him, don't you?
Yeah, sure you do. I know you do. You get to pull up real hard now and get a hold of yourself. You do that for me, won't you? Yeah, I know you will. Now, you got to tell me. Tell me exactly what happened out there.
I'll tell you what happened. Someone tried to silence the press, kill the First Amendment. Well, let me tell you, the pen is mightier than the sword. Johnny?
Just who the hell are you?
Brodax. Al Brodax. I'm the publisher of Tattletale. Johnny, I want you to call this number and ask for Cappy. He's one of my best reporters. He's going to ask you some questions. And you're going to make $50. You'd like to make $50, wouldn't you, Johnny?
But what do I have to do?
Just answer Cappy's questions. Oh, and we're going to need a photograph of you, too. It'll be a wonderful article, you'll see. I saw my dad electrocuted.
Just a warm, sensitive human being.
Yeah, just why don't you tell me exactly what you're doing here?
Someone tried to kill me this morning, Mr. Houston. My swimming pool was sabotaged. 220 volts of electricity. When the boy's father tried to retrieve some papers for me that had fallen into the water, he nearly got killed. I want to talk about our catching and convicting the lunatic who's done this.
Our catching?
Someone from here called and said you were investigating this matter. Well, I'm here to join forces with you. I'm ready to lend the full power and investigative capabilities of Tattletale. What do you say?
I'll tell you quite honestly, Mr. Brodax, I'm not interested in you or Tattletale helping me on this case. But I tell you something else. I'm going to find out who tried to kill my friend. Johnny,
Houston, don't worry about it. I'll get Johnny back to his family.
Fine. Remember what I said, all right? I'm going to show you the way out. You get a hold of Murray, and you tell him to get down to the nursery and start taking care of things.
Simple, really. The electrical line leading into the water pump was cut and fed directly into the circulator.
So if Brodax wanted to take a little dip in the pool,
He'd have been dead before he came up for air.
yeah.
Lucky Ron Randolph was wearing rubber boots. Took quite a jolt of electricity, but he's still alive, barely.
Vince, how tough would it be to really change that kind of wiring?
It's a cinch for anybody with a basic knowledge of wiring and electricity.
So let me guess, our would-be killer was wearing gloves, so there aren't any fingerprints?
Yes, but we are not completely without leads.
Losers of the year.
Sounds like our friend Brodax was very good at winning friends and influencing people.
Mr. Houston, have you solved the case yet?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Brodax, Lieutenant Novelli and myself were just going over the suspects when he handed me this.
Eye-catching, isn't it? Should be a sellout.
Mr. Brodax, I doubt that the people on the front page share your enthusiasm.
I'm not in this business to make friends. By the way, my offer still stands if you need any help.
Yeah. Well, listen, have any of these people ever threatened you before?
Well, they all did this morning. You see, Mr.
Perhaps I should explain. Last night, I sent each of them an advance copy of this week's edition and asked them here to get their reactions.
It seems like you got yourself a whole swimming pool full of reactions, Mr. Brodax.
And a front page full of suspects. Of all that was going on, Houston wanted to make sure everything was going well at the nursery while Johnny's father was in the hospital.
Dad. Oh. Phone. Excuse me. Houston Enterprises. Check that. Randolph Nursery. Yes, of course, I'm sure. Now, what is it you want? Cannabis sativa? Is that a fern? Or a plant or a bush? None of the above? Well, something you smoke? No, we do not carry that in stock. Do you know what that... Oh, I'm sorry. Miss, excuse me, please. Here, look, have your dress cleaned on up, all right? And come back. And bring an umbrella. Murray. I'm sorry. Houston, I need help. Murray, Beverly Hills is full of shrinks. Not that kind of help. It's this business. Ron has got a monumental backlog of deliveries.
Well, it looks like business is just fine. I mean, a little soggy, but fine.
Houston, Ron is in the hospital. He has delivery problems. I have been on the phone for an hour trying to hire a delivery person. There are none. Our society is devoid of delivery people. If I were not a sane, rational person, I would say that there is some kind of fiendish plot. Maybe there is.
Murray, listen. Get Bo and Lamar on the phone. Have them get their tails out here and give you a hand.
Oh, no. No, please. Now, listen.
Murray.
Jest.
Murray. Now, it's either Bo and Lamar or a shrink, and shrinks cost $85 an hour. Now, if CJ calls, you tell her I'm at the hospital visiting Ron. Now, you just take it easy, Murray.
Sorry.
That's not meat you're marinating. Ow! CJ, you're trying to kill me or something. CJ! Oh, what is that on there? It burns like acid.
It's acid. Just kidding, Houston.
Thank you, Mary Ann. Did you see the look? What's wrong with Mary Ann?
What's wrong with Mary Ann is her name's Alex.
Oh. Ouch! CJ!
Houston, would you stop being such a baby?
Baby, that reminds me, I knew there was something else we could be doing besides this.
She's all programmed and ready to go. Did you get a chance to talk to Ron Randolph?
Well, I called the hospital. They said he's in pretty rough shape, but they believe he's gonna make it.
Well, that's good news.
You bet it is.
Okay.
What do we got?
Hello, baby. First up, Cindy McNichol, Miss July for Sultan Magazine.
You don't suppose Baby's got a copy of the centerfold in there? We'll just put it up, okay? Oh, that's nice.
Try not to drool all over the couch, Houston. Now, Brodax alleged in his newspaper that Cindy only got the centerfold because there was pressure from certain individuals in organized crime, namely...
Carl the Champ Ross.
The Champ?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's one of the most ruthless men in organized crime. He fancies himself as a boxer. His most recent stint in Leavenworth, he had a standing invitation to $10,000 for anyone who could stay in the ring with him more than 3 rounds.
Anybody ever take him up on it?
Only the slow-witted ones. Yeah, who's next?
The Amazing Graham, magician. One of the most popular in the country until Tattletale printed an article saying he was a bigamist. Married 3 women at the same time. Apparently has put quite a crimp into his bookings.
Yeah, not to mention the alimony.
And last but not least, Wally Hanrahan. Con artist extraordinaire. Used to work for Brodax. In fact, used to come up with all kinds of circulation building gimmicks.
Such as?
Such as the ultimate diet. Lose weight while you're sleeping. 30,000 pigeons bought that one at $10 a throw. Anyway, Brodax became a witness for the government, and Hanrahan went to jail. Mail fraud.
So, these 4 people on the cover all sued Tattletale and lost. Is there anything else about them that they have in common?
Yep. All of those stories are true.
Come on, CJ. I think it's time we go see Mr. Hanrahan.
Welcome to Tahitian paradise. The island where your dreams can come true.
You suppose we're in the wrong office?
Do you care?
No.
Follow us, please.
Anywhere you say.
Aloha, my friends. Welcome to the quiet and serenity that can only be found at Tahitian paradise. Welcome to the opportunity to own your own piece of a tropical South Sea island. I know what you're going to say. You can't afford a luxury condo. Wrong. Anyone can. For peanuts. How? By sharing the cost with 51 other fortunate owners. Yes, for an entire week, every year, you can bask in the sun, swim in the seas of romance.
Rub shoulders with ex-cons?
Who are you?
My name's Matt Houston. This is C.J. Parsons, my associate. We'd kind of like to talk to you about Al Brodax.
Oh. Sorry, kids. False alarm.
Take 10. Brodax, huh? Yeah, well, I heard somebody try to kill him this morning. Too bad they missed.
We understand he isn't your favorite person.
I made his paper with my promotions.
And then you made one promotion too many.
The Ultimate Diet. Yeah, well, Brodax was in it as much as I was. Only he kept better records. I guess you might say he was smarter than me in those days, see? I trusted him.
Sounds like a good motive for murder.
Sure it does. And I would have killed him 3 years ago when I first got indicted, or even after I got out of jail. But now, are you crazy? This Tahitian paradise thing is a gold mine. And legit.
Well, Brodax swimming pool had to be wired sometime last night. I don't suppose you'd mind telling us where you were last night.
Leilani? Kamalani? The gentleman wants to know where I was last night. Aloha, you all. Aloha, my friends. Welcome to the quiet...
3 most attractive parts, I might add. Etc. Bravo, bravo. Let's get it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is a trunk. What we also have here is a beautiful lady. We put the beautiful lady in the trunk, making certain, of course, that there is no way that she can get out. One, 2,
3.
What do you want to get? Who's in the box now? That is really amazing.
Yeah. I'm also a mind reader, and I'm getting a name. Dallas? No, Houston. Matt Houston.
Yeah, Vince Novelli told you I'd be coming by.
Now you know one of my secrets.
Yeah, this is C.J. Parsons.
Ah, for you. Sorry about that. Do you mind?
Well.
Let me try this again. For you.
Thank you.
Here, I'll get rid of that. Nice place to roost.
That's wonderful. You're full of tricks.
Well, why don't you stick around and catch my show? I have a matinee in an hour.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, listen, I hate to be the one to throw a cold bucket of water.
But you want to know if I was the one who tried to kill Brodax, and the answer is no. Now, if you want to ask me if I felt like killing him, the answer is yes. Bigamy is definitely not a good image for magicians.
Neither is murder. Which leads me to the classic question.
I left this theater at midnight and went straight home.
Alone?
Are you kidding? Can a man with 3 wives ever be alone? Now, if you'll excuse me. I do have a show to prepare
for. Houston, would you do me a favor?
What's that?
Don't ask me to follow that man.
Right.
Houston figured that with Hanrahan's 2 hula girls and the magician's 3 wives as alibis, it was time I did some checking. Meanwhile, he went on alone to keep his appointment with the infamous Carl the Champ Ross.
Yeah? I'm Matt Houston. I believe I've got an appointment.
Oh, yeah, Houston. The boss is warming up now, so you're gonna have to wait a few minutes. Tell you what, follow me.
Well, sure.
Oh. Wait a minute, aren't you Archie O'Brien?
Hey, you remember me?
Well, who could forget? I mean, that fight you had with Ingersoll.
Oh, hey, yeah, that was some battle.
You guys must have went toe-to-toe for 8 rounds, huh?
Yeah, suddenly I hit him with an uppercut, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah. Well, you're working for Carl Ross now.
Oh, yeah, I kind of help him work out. You know, I spar with him, you know. And he likes me. I let him win.
What kind of boss is he?
Mr. Ross is very good to me. Look, why don't you, you can wait in here, and somebody will be back to pick you up in a minute.
Thank
you. I know King Tut. He does have a blue aura. You can't see it, but it's there.
Is that bad?
Oh, no, it's very good. In fact, King Tut always barks at people with blue auras. It means you have good karma.
Let me ask you a question.
My spirit is willing.
What is that contraption there?
It's a pyramid. A metaphysical miracle discovered by the Egyptians thousands of years ago and then forgotten.
What's it do?
Keeps me at peace with the world. You must be the man who is coming to talk about Al Brodax.
Right, yeah.
My name is Cindy McNichol.
I know. I recognize that your face is familiar.
Care to hear what I think?
Sure.
I think Brodax was asking for it. He's a vulture, and somebody should take him out and shoot him.
Mr. Ross will see you now.
I enjoyed sharing my peace with you.
Me too.
Yeah, Mr. Houston. You box?
Well, to tell you the truth...
Good. I thought you did. Archie, give me your gloves.
Mr. Ross, I just came out here to talk to you for a minute.
Oh, fine. We'll talk. Put the gloves on and step into the ring. Unless you're afraid.
Mr. Ross, does it bother you that you're wearing the boxing shoes and the headgear and those nifty trunks and I'm in a suit and boots?
I heard you were a tough guy.
Well, I wouldn't really say that. Mama certainly didn't raise any fools.
I already made my best offer. Step into the ring and then we'll talk. You know, you interest me, Mr. Houston. You're one of the few people on Earth that has more money than I do. And yet you run around playing cops and robbers. Now, why is that?
Because I enjoy it.
Your enjoyment's gonna get you hurt.
Watch him. He uses every dirty trick in the book.
Suppose I ought to tell you the house rules. There aren't any.
Mr. Ross, I believe you just stepped in it.
I understand you've come here to insult me.
Not really. I just wanted...
No, you just wanted to ask if I was responsible for the attempt on Brodax's life, huh?
Was curious.
I have every right to want him dead. But electrifying a swimming pool, that's strictly amateur. If I wanted a man dead, I'd have him shot.
Ross?
If I find out who did this, I will kill him. I swear I'll kill him.
You were right, Houston. Shot came from over the hill over there. Had to be an expert. It's over 300 yards.
Vince, the whole thing doesn't make any sense. I mean, up to now, we knew our killer had to be somebody with a grudge against Brodax.
Yeah, somebody hurt by his paper.
That's right. And then someone tries to get me at the nursery yesterday, and now they got one of our suspects.
Lieutenant, they tell me I need your permission to get a photograph of Ross's remains.
You also need my permission to be on the scene of the crime. You have neither. Now leave.
You trying to hide something from the press? The American public has a right to know.
Put your flag away and get off this property before I arrest you.
For what?
For being obnoxious on the scene of a crime. Now beat it.
Okay, I'll go. But don't think you can hide anything from me. Tattletale is America's watchdog.
Vince, I didn't know you had a temper.
Well, I still still haven't got anything firm on either Hanrahan or Graham's alibis.
Of course not. I mean, why should it? I mean, why should anything come easy on this case?
Houston, do you think Ross's murder is connected to the attack on you and the attempt on Brodax?
I'm positive, CJ, there's got to be a connection linking one of our suspects to both Brodax and Ross.
Well, I'll keep digging.
Yeah, well, it's got to be, CJ.
Well, got to be what?
There's got to be the connection between Brodax and Ross. Somebody who wanted to see them both dead.
Where are you going?
I'm going to dinner.
Well, Houston, I haven't had dinner yet. Of course, I'm not hungry either.
Your aura is bluer than ever.
Well, thank you, Cindy. Listen, we need your help. Vince and I think that you're our only possible link to Brodax and Ross.
You see, you were living with a gangster, and Brodax let this entire country know through that scandal sheet of his.
Things change. I'm now undergoing a rebirth of consciousness, motivation, and intent to all my fellow men.
Well, that's swell, Cindy. I think what Vince is trying to say is that we figure you might have attracted a self-appointed savior somewhere along the line.
Like your father, brother, old boyfriend.
Yeah, someone who loved you enough, someone who didn't like the way you were being treated by those fellas.
You believe that Carl was murdered and someone tried to kill Mr. Brodax because of me?
Well, we think that's very possible. Now, how do you feel about that?
Forgive me. Meditation teaches one to observe matters from a distance.
No, sit. Lost her again, Vince.
Allora, did you decide what to order?
Mama, you order, please.
Oh, no. When I decide, you always complain it's too much food, it's too much this, too much that. Troppo difficile, say. Tonight, you order. So, pretty lady, what would you like? Hey, pretty lady. Vincent, what's the matter? Oh, poverina. You both make her wait so long to eat, she faints from hunger.
She didn't faint, Mama. She's in meditation.
Medication you get in a hospital, not in my ristorante.
Mama, it's not medication, it's meditation. She's deep in thought.
For my menu. It's not that complicated.
Mama, please, some food.
Okay, tell me what you like.
Same as Houston.
Y'all have the same as Cindy.
Benissimo, three of the same coming right out.
She's back. Listen, did you think any more about that? Who might have loved you enough to kill for you, just to protect you?
No one. I have no family. I was abandoned by my parents at the age of 14. There was never any boyfriend. Carl Ross was the only man who ever showed me any kindness.
Benedetti, ragazzi. But why you want to fool Mama like that? You just gave me 3 orders of nothing.
Make it 4.
Fellas! Huh? No, listen, I got your order right here. No problem. 5 o'clock guaranteed. Fellas!
Hurry.
Houston, thank the Dow Jones averages you're finally here.
What's wrong now, Murray?
Paul and Lamar, they think they're running a demolition derby. Take a look at this place.
Hey there, Johnny. Just the man I'm looking for.
I am?
Yeah. Tell you, I wanted to ask you a couple questions. Listen, don't you worry about old Bo and Lamar there. They'll make everything up, I can guarantee you. Listen, I saw your dad at the hospital this morning.
They say he's getting better.
That's right. See, I needed to ask him a couple questions about what happened to him the other morning, but he was still sleeping.
Well, I was there. Maybe I could tell you.
You know, Johnny, that's what I thought. So what I'd like you to do is think real hard for me and see if you can tell me everything you remember.
Well, we were planting flowers, and Mr. Brodax came out for his morning swim. And he was talking to some reporter guy.
Can you tell me what they said?
Something about a girl eating fire. And then his papers fell into the pool, and he started yelling at my dad to get them out. He said they were an article that he worked on all night.
Huh. Article.
That's what he said. That means something?
Houston, it's phone for you. It's CJ. She says it's important.
Be right back.
What do you got,
CJ?
Maybe the missing link. I just found out that Hanrahan and Carl the Champ Ross served time in Leavenworth together. From what I could dig up, they have a mutual hate society. Which means that he'd want to kill both of them.
Yeah, I'm still here, CJ. I just, strikes me a little funny that, I just never figured our Polynesian king to be a killer. We better pay him another visit.
Houston, stop him. He's going to kill me.
Freeze!
Freeze? Why?
The cops say that in situations like this.
I'm going to unfreeze, and you're going to find out what this bad guys do in situations like this.
Listen, now that I've got your attention, let me ask you a question.
Be my guest.
Thank you. Why are you trying to kill Mr. Hanrahan?
He killed my boss because of what happened in Leavenworth. Brodax told me. If you don't believe me, take a look over in that corner.
I never saw it before. I swear to you, I never saw that gun before.
Oh, CJ, I tell you, I'm beginning to feel as out of place as a prairie dog at a rattlesnake convention. I mean, we got a sleazo syndicate boss that's dead. We got a sleazo gossip publisher who almost got killed. I nearly got myself killed, and I'm beginning to wonder why. Oh, yeah.
See, just build your arms up, your shoulders.
Don't say anything.
Did I say anything?
Just
I didn't say anything.
don't say anything.
Just help you out a lot.
Hello there, Johnny. How's it going, buddy?
How you sent Miss Parsons?
What?
Got the bus? CJ?
Hey, will you stop your gaggling and get back to work? We got lots of this work to do here, Jay. Discipline. That's a secret of good management. Murray taught me that. Well, come on, don't just stand there. We got lots more to hear. Here,
Pull it back here, John.
take this.
Huh?
Get going. Go over here, there, John.
Just in time. Join me in a toast. This has really been a great day for us, Mr. Houston. You have caught a murderer, and I've got a story worthy of another special edition.
Yes, you do. And you can start by telling your readers how you sent a professional fighter after Hanrahan, a man who used to make a living with his fist. Now, how'd you know it was Hanrahan?
I figured it had to be him. He was the only one who had a grudge against both me and Ross.
Which brings us to our next point.
Right. How'd you know about that grudge?
Read about it with the rest of America in Tattletale. Only cost a quarter.
Excuse me, but Mr. Houston has a phone call. It's Murray from your office, line 3.
Thank you. Hello, Murray. Yeah. I got it. It seems like Frank Graham just called. He wants me to meet him at the theater. Says he knows who killed Ross. It wasn't Hanrahan.
What?
Yeah. Tell you what, CJ, I'm gonna have Bo and Lamar take you back to the office, and I'll talk to you a little later on, okay?
And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the cage is absolutely empty. Empty. But now, with a few magic words and perhaps a little bit of luck, let's see what we can do. Well, I thank you, sir, for the applause. Small but very discriminating audience.
Yeah, well, my office tells me that you're in a position to incriminate. They tell me that you know who killed Ross.
Indeed, I do. And when you hear my evidence, you'll be convinced as well. The murderer is Al Brodax.
That's very good, Maestro. How'd you figure it out?
Yeah, well, actually, it wasn't him. It was me.
Where are the cops?
He's supposed to be here any minute now. That phone conversation out at your house, that was all a setup. This here's a trap.
What are you talking about?
Well, see, you staged your very own murder attempt. Yeah, you rigged your pool, and then you conveniently let those papers drop in, and you wanted Ron Randolph to fish them out for you. Then when you were sure that everybody knew somebody was trying to kill you, you murdered Ross. Yeah, and you knew the police were going to connect it to Hanrahan. That way you got rid of both of them.
I'd have gotten away with it, too, if you hadn't stuck your nose at it.
What are we going to do?
I'm not real sure. You're the magician. Why don't you just disappear us out of here? You're probably wondering where you slipped up, aren't you? Well, I'm going to tell you. It was the papers in the pool. See, I found a piece of that paper on the bottom of my boot the other day, and it was blank. It bothered me an awful lot, because you told Ron Randolph that it was an article that you'd been working on all night.
The trunk has a trap door.
Oh, good. I'll tell you what. I'll distract him, and you make a run for it. Now. Better hide and stay hidden. Give it up, Brodax. Police are on their way now.
Houston, I'm not gonna let you bring me down for killing that mobster. He was bleeding me dry. After he lost the lawsuit, he still wanted the money. He said he'd kill me if I didn't give him half the tattletale.
Something. If Mr. Pulitzer ever gives a prize for malice, you're gonna have it all sewn up. Come on.
Houston! Houston, where are you? Houston, are you all right?
I'm fine, Vince, but I'm afraid you missed the show. Come on, Brodax.
Slowly, stay together now. That's it, perfect. Just relax.
Murray? Well, Murray, what in the Sam Hill is going on here?
How do you know?
Know what?
That's my name, Samantha Hill.
Is it really?
Before you say another word, did you or did you not say no business at the ranch? Huh? Did you, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Which means business is to take place at the office.
And dinner takes place in a restaurant. Hungry?
A little bit.
All right, ignore me. Send me away. Hang me by my heels for looking after your interests. Crucify me for my responsibility.
Murray, don't be so melodramatic. Houston was just talking about you.
He was?
Yes, he was.
Yes, I was, Murray. And I was just telling CJ about how I was going over the facts and figures on the company that you left me.
Really?
Well, yeah, really, Murray. See, now I think it's a dandy little company. Now, if the numbers are right, I think...
The numbers are more than right. Houston, the guy who owns the company is a genius when it comes to designing jeans, but he is a babe in the woods when it comes to money. I'm telling you, Houston, we can steal this company.
Oh, no, we can't.
We can't?
No, no. See, you can't steal anything you already own. See, I bought half interest in that company this morning. See, it's just like you said, Murray. The man's a genius, and he's probably a pretty nice fella, and we wouldn't want to steal something from somebody like that, now would we?
Not me.
No.
And Murray, because Houston wants to protect his investment, he wants you to buy something else. He wants you to buy the modeling agency.
Modeling agency?
Well, yeah, Murray. See, I figure as long as you've got the product, you've got to have the right packaging.